$25 medium pizza family meal deal. This is not cheap, average, fast chain pizza. This is pizza with crust, handmade every day and topped generously with fresh ingredients made by local owner-operators who obsess over every slice. Add a salad, pasta, or sandwich to make any picky eater happy. Order online at chicagospizza.com. Click on your closest location and order the $25 medium pizza family meal deal. 25 is the special number, $25 medium pizza family meal deal, and 25 Indiana locations, 18 of them in Central Indiana. Make the entire family happy tonight. Even better, make yourself happy tonight with Chicago's Pizza. Chicago's Pizza, where there's a story told in every slice.
Food insecurity is an urgent problem, one that impacts real Hoosiers. You can help today. Gleaners needs donations. Your contribution goes further with Gleaners. For every $10 you give, Gleaners leverages their resources to turn your $10 into $90 worth of groceries for families who desperately need help right now. Your gift benefits local community members, and every dollar counts. Gleaners also needs volunteers now to help with warehouse distribution. Go to gleaners.org and donate or get involved today.
With Wawa's Rewards program, you can rack up points on the items you buy every day, even fuel. Boost your totals with a breakfast sizzly. Score points with your morning coffee. With Wawa Rewards, points put the power in your hands. You can choose to redeem them for what you love most, like an iced latte for an extra pick-me-up or your lunchtime hoagie. Download the Wawa app today. When you gotta get rewarded, you gotta Wawa. Fuel rewards not available in New Jersey or were legally prohibited. See full details at wawarewards.com. Price of participation may vary by store.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
It's BullseyeEventGroup.com, the Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Your Colts game day experience the best it can be. Log on and get your passes now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
No matter where you're headed, it's nice to know Hubler's got you covered for 200,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of the 13 Hubler locations.
From the drivehubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
WIBC HD2, HD3, Indianapolis.
And here we go.
You really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Hey, mother. What do you like to do? Oh, I don't know. Play chess. Screw. Well, let's play chess.
They give off to Jonathan Taylor. Jump cutting his way close to the goal line. He's in there. Touchdown. I-N-D-Y. Jonathan Taylor.
Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Here's Halliburton into the front court. Mishandled it, but gets a shot. Hits it. Hits it.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV on 93.5 and 107.5, The Fan.
Hey, let me tell you about having an awesome day so far, and I want to thank everybody out there for making this day extra special. And you know what? Why don't we just go all the way? Sly Fox, they loved going all the way, and Let's Go All the Way. Going All the Way, I want to say, was the first feature film that involved which now iconic actor? Tom Cruise. So why don't you go all the way on an awesome Tuesday? I know, like, it's 37 degrees and it feels like it's 80 outside right now. The way that the weather has been around here for the past 10-plus days. So let's celebrate that. And I can tell you I'm at a great location at Twin Peaks in Greenwood today, County Line in Madison, the Greenwood Park Mall location We're having the ice cold of the cold beers, and we are sitting fireside. So, like Kevin in promotions is right next to the fire, and I swear to you, you guys got to keep us up to date because we're all going to take a nap here because that thing is awesome right there. Yeah, normally it's kind of weird when they have that thing on and it's like the end of the summer and it's about 112 degrees in here sometimes. But this is awesome, and I would love to see it because it has been a fantastic day so far. And let's face it, when your favorite team loses or when your favorite team is like circling the drain of the postseason at 8-6 and you blow a late lead in Seattle on the final minute and you lose on a 56-yard field goal after you took the lead on a 60-yarder. We're all going to become groupies on Sunday. Alas, the kickoff and then ultimately the lack of defense to hold them down was the thing that put you to sleep. No pun intended here. The other aspect is we're caught in between. I've got a tweener of a show for you today because normally we don't do like the road shows until Thursday and Friday. That's normal. And we'll do that again Thursday and Friday later on this week. But I'm caught between a tweener because this has been an outstanding day, and I want to continue to be an outstanding day at Twin Peaks in Greenwood. We've got stuff to give you right here. What is that? Hey, Kev, what is that? Is that like gear, too? We've got gear to hand out. I don't know if I've ever been a part of this thing where we got gear like that to hand out, which is, hell, I don't even think I have gear like that. But we have gear to hand out. But we're also, as I mentioned, we're caught in a tweener because we're caught in the middle, once again, of a quarterback debate that nobody really wants, but we're thrust into the middle of it because we have to have. I understand completely. Like when people say, the Colts should have had the forethought of bringing somebody else in preparation for a season-ending injury to Daniel Jones. His injury history, and he was already compromised. But as I tell you, the same dudes that were out there then are out there right now. They're still available. You could have had any of those dudes. The choice here was somebody you want to go with and you want to trust, and that's Phillip Rivers. Now, he didn't do anything on the field to get them beat at Lumen Field in Seattle on Sunday. The only thing that you can accurately point the finger to was the limitations in the offensive game. And you know what? Against a good defense, a team that's good like Seattle on the road, the problem that you have, your offensive or passing game limitations, I shouldn't say offensive, but his passing game limitations, it leads you to have to be about as perfect as you can be. And this team was playing that role so well for a period of time in that game. And then, unfortunately, in crunch time when it matters, and as we've seen in a number of games this season, when it comes down to winning time late, this team isn't worthy. I've said this all along. This team is an excellent front runner. Let's face it, too. In the world of sports, or really in anything, some of us are just built better when there's not much of a grind involved. I will tell you this, sometimes, man, when I hit waves, there's a rough spot, rough patch. I mean, you got to dig a little bit, and I suffer those consequences just as much in what I do and what anybody else does as you might at that particular level. But this team was really good when it was cruising, and everybody was like a step and a half behind them. And now that everybody has caught up and really, frankly, surpassed them, it has been problematic. Phillip Rivers had one start in Seattle, but the tale of the tape for this Colts team is one that will read more offensively and should be more meaningful for you. And that is under 100 yards in 4 straight games would be Jonathan Taylor. Under 300 total yards in 4 consecutive games would be the Colts offense. Those are both first going all the way back to the 2017 campaign. And here's really all you need to know about the last 4 games in particular. The Colts offense ranks 30th in total yards in the last 4. So, as I mentioned, as much as we've been critical of the quarterback selection and where they are, this thing was circling the drain before that. And you go all the way back to Pittsburgh. And that's really where the cloak was unveiled. That's where everybody kind of found out, all right, so if you do this to this team and they're no longer on easy street, then you can really get at them. And teams certainly have done that. So I'm not trying to take any whatsoever. I know a lot of you want to be critical about the decision to Phillip Rivers and the choice of Phillip Rivers and, why they weren't proactive beforehand, because they didn't want anybody else out there beforehand. And this is not trying to pat this organization on the back, because you're only as good as your last good decision. And your last good decision is only as good as it equates to winning. Because nobody cares about anything else. So that's what we do. We connect the dots to, all right, what has transpired since all of this has gone down? The initial fibula injury to Daniel Jones, and really even before that. And surviving in Berlin, having the bye week, and then finding out that his fibula has been cracked, and then playing through it. It's painful, but you can do it. You look back at that time, and when the red flag was waving, the same dudes that were available right now were available then. So the choice comes down to what you want. And what they want is somebody that they trust within their operation. And that's what I gathered yesterday when I talked about Shane Steichen. And again, there was really no need to remove the doubt, because you shouldn't have had a doubt, because they're not going to bring Phillip Rivers out of a 5-year hiatus to come back and set back his Hall of Fame credentials another 5 years. They're not going to do that and have him come out. He's not coming up here to tutor. Like, he's not going to tutor you on your algebra homework. He's coming up here to play. And that's exactly what Shane Steichen solidified once again yesterday. Now, ultimately, this all shows up on the resume of the coach and the general manager and the organization. Because in different sets of circumstances, let's face it, we've all been down this path with this team and consistently been down this path over the last handful of years. So that plays a role. The one thing that I will tell you about trying to bring in somebody else and why they were quote-unquote stuck with Phillip Rivers, their choice is Phillip Rivers over anything else. That is more to me, that's more of an indictment of the availability of crap water quarterbacks right now, or more of an indictment of not trusting who you have. Let's face it. I mean, nobody cared about a backup quarterback in September and October. And really, nobody cared about a backup quarterback up until the Achilles injury for Daniel Jones. But everybody that was out there back then with that fibula situation is still out there right now. And the Colts didn't want any of them. They wanted Phillip Rivers, and that's what they have. But herein lies the issue. There is a definite ceiling on this. Now, Shane Steichen mentioned yesterday that there is no ceiling on it, that he thinks that they can bloom or blossom into, more of a definitive down the field, chunk yardage, passing offense. I don't see it, because I think if you had the capability of doing that, and I know that this all came together really quick, but if you had the capability of doing that, to me, you could have done that and tried to loosen things up in that second half on Sunday. I thought that second half really did tell you a lot. For example, I don't know how much you can learn between old, new quarterback and everybody else between now and on Monday night against San Francisco. The problem is you have to remain so stinking perfect in what you do. And we gave a tip of the cap to the offensive line, and especially two backups. I guess if you're looking for a silver lining in this, I think you found in Jalen Travis the future right tackle. Kind of wondered about that. You didn't hear his name on Sunday called. Maybe one time. He may have had one penalty, but maybe once. But, I mean, all in all, I thought he played really well. Rookie, good dude, really good conversation. And Luke Tenuta, who had been most noted for being a guy that we talked about in the Colts pregame huddle, being on the healthy and active list, he came in to spell Bernard Ryman, and I sure as hell didn't hear a damn thing out of him. That's a good thing. Because I know everybody was worried about that. But those are two good things that happened on Sunday. The bad thing that happened is I don't know how much more offensively you're going to be able to raise the bar because this takes away so much. Seattle clearly was trying to take away Jonathan Taylor. Let's face it, he goes, 25, 26 carries for 87 yards. He had to work his ass off for those 87 yards, and that was taking him away. And now you've got a game's worth of tape on the reemergence of Phillip Rivers and this offense and what you could have surprised if you're Shane Steichen, the Seattle defense with, that they had to adjust as we saw in the second half, in particular in the fourth quarter, but certainly in the second half on the fly. Now that's out there. I don't know what more you can do. Like, I don't know if there's a rabbit being pulled out of the hat. That's a Frosty the Snowman reference this time of year, too. If there's a rabbit being pulled out of the hat on Monday night against a Frisco defense, that you think you have this Colts offense cornered, and I think with good reason. So, obviously, the results are always going to be magnified in criticism if you don't win. That's the case. But the one criticism that you have about, well, you didn't prepare – nobody was talking about wanting to prepare with the backup quarterback earlier this year. And I know some of you are going to say, well, I mean, Daniel Jones does have a history with the Giants of an injury. Maybe you should have had somebody else on the ready. Well, I mean, they did have somebody else on the ready until he about popped his eyeball out trying to stretch before a game, and now he's no longer on the ready. That is going to be an interesting story to follow with Anthony Richardson Sr. the rest of the week. And really the rest of the season to see just how much, because to me, you have Richardson and Leonard, and you're trying to expedite the task of rehabbing Daniel Jones, signing him for a lower dollar number, and then moving on with him. And when people ask me, why do you believe this whole operation is going to stay the same? That's it. Because I think the quarterback situation stays the same. I think the coaching situation stays the same, and I think the general managerial position stays the same. And it's not because I believe that's what should happen. I believe that's what's going to happen. But all this plays a significant role on a Tuesday as to where we are right now. And it's funny. It is familiar territory, but it is a different story. Like, we've been down this path before, but it is a different story. It's funny, right? This is the way that you feel. But it is a different altogether playbook on how you got here. It is weird. And I can try to answer this for you, but I'm just guessing. I don't know when the sports world's going to get up off of you, Colts fans. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's one of those things that if you need to exercise some demons, maybe you need to exercise, some personnel. Maybe that's it. And we kind of think about that right time. And we laugh about it because it's kind of jokey, but it does make you kind of wonder. I mean, even with the Pacers, you look through that postseason run and all those incredible shots made by Tyrese Halliburton. Now that being a memory, and then you still ultimately pay the price for that. what's interesting about all this is this Colts team still has a significant chance. And that's what is so unfortunate about Sunday, because that game in the final minute, you got to be able to put that away. And some of the biggest issues with this Colts team was even prior to Phillip Rivers being the quarterback is the fact that this team, you let far too many teams hang around. And with Phillip Rivers as a quarterback, you really do need as close to perfection on both sides of the football as you can find. And this team clearly for 4 quarters doesn't have it in them. So what do? If you're Shane Steichen, as I mentioned yesterday, you got to add a wrinkle or two. That is, as I mentioned, Johnny high school football, jackassing around. That's what I brought up. I'm embarrassed that I brought it up, but I don't have any other answers. I can't tell you anything to look forward to other than a team that is going to be well prepared for what we all, I think, understandably would be the inevitable here, and that is a team that is going to be boxed in to being able to do only so much offensively. And I like Phillip Rivers a great deal, but not being a threat whatsoever. It's like when you bring up Miles Turner, and, well, Miles, he didn't have, 5 blocks in a game, but it was always the threat of that. And I know a lot of you guys think that I was BSing you on it, but I wasn't BSing you. It was true. And all you have to do is, watch point guards drive in there, and they're kind of, then they were apprehensive about doing it because of the credentials or the reputation that's involved. And, man, that's a lot of it. And the reputation right now for Phillip Rivers is being unable to get the ball, to deliver it in any timely capacity with arm strength down the field. And that can help, as we saw in the second half against the Seahawks, choke out a team. And it especially can help a defense do that when we have seen the numbers in the last 4 games, which clearly predates even Phillip Rivers. So it's not only the new 44-year-old quarterback, but it's also a team that has been going in that direction long before now. We can discuss that at 239-1070 if you so desire. I think that's fantastic. We'll get into the college football playoff. Dan Wetzel of ESPN is going to join us. We'll talk about IU, and they await the winner coming up on Friday, I believe, of Alabama and Oklahoma. Should be the tightest game of those, I would guess, early round matchups. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Now, we'll talk about Fernando Mendoza being the Heisman Trophy winner, and just overall, the interesting input you get from IU being a part of the high-level national college football landscape, along with that of the Big Ten. Dan Wetzel's going to join us a little bit later on. Hey, Greg Rakestraw is into it with college basketball. He's into it with high school basketball right now, and still can talk some football with us. Greg joins us coming up at the bottom of the hour. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier, and I've got some passes for you, some tickets to give away, provided, James, is Ralphie still on the schedule to call in at 4:30? Is that true?
He is still on the
right
schedule.
Now. All right. Peter Billingsley, and I don't know him to do a lot of media. He was a child actor and an adult actor a little bit too. Did a lot of direction. And I looked him up on the social media platform X, and he has not sent out a message since 2014, so I would guess that he's done with it. I would guess. But he's going to join us. He's going to be at the Mirah Egyptian Room on Thursday, a special screening of A Christmas Story. And this time of year, you love that. You know how they run that bad boy on a loop on TNT and TBS, basically all Christmas Day long. Ralphie, Peter Billingsley, the actor, is scheduled to join us coming up around 4:30 or so. Thank you all for joining us on this show today. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I am having an outstanding day. Here's something I did not know. This is for dudes out there. I don't know, maybe for the ladies too. So, as a birthday gift, I got some underwear, right? A guy needs underwear. I need underwear especially. I was told today that we're supposed to wash the underwear before we put them on. Does any of the dudes in the audience right here ever wash? You know, I mean, listen, if I'm going to Goodwill, first of all, I'm probably not getting underwear. But I'm definitely washing those underwear. I wash my Goodwill clothes, and I love my Goodwill clothes that I get, and then see if I can fit into them, and then move it on down the road. But does anybody, either are you gifted or you buy new underwear and you wash them out of the package? You wash new underwear? No, man, I put those bad boys right on, and I'm feeling really good about them. But then I was told that, hey, wait a minute, you didn't wash them? Why do I have to wash them if they're new? Best part about them is getting the boys down there breaking in a new pair of underwear. I don't want to wash them first. Am I wrong with that? What world am I living in? Thank you all for the birthday wishes and that question. I don't think that is poll question worthy, but it certainly is a question. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. 56 is outstanding. I feel so much better than I did 10 years ago at 46, and even better than I did 20 years ago at 36. And part of the reason why is I so enjoy my time with you guys. Now, there may be an exception to the rule, maybe a couple of jackasses lurking out there, but for the most part, about 95% of you guys are people that I love to hang out with. And you know me, I've never met an enemy. You have to be a real, true jackass for me not to like you. And I love hanging out with all of you. Thank you, guys. And it's even more magnified now the appreciation I have for you on a day like today. Greg Rakestraw, Peter Billingsley, Ralphie from A Christmas Story. I've got passes for that screening at the Mirage Egyptian Room on Thursday coming up for you as well. I have bullseye passes for Monday night in front of that 49er game I'll give to you. Coming up a little bit later on, too. I mentioned Rakestraw, Ralphie, and Dan Wetzel all coming up. Meantime, you as well at 239-1070. The stream, the app, it's HD Radio. We are at Twin Peaks in Greenwood. Thank you all for joining us. Come out and have an ice-cold beverage with me, and we'll thank one another later for having a great Tuesday. The sun is out. Blue skies are here. It may be 37 degrees, but by God, it feels like it's 70. There's no doubt about that. Stream the app, AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. Don't go anywhere. Rakestraw, you and I on the other side with the text stream as well at 317-239-1070 with 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark has gifts for everybody on your list this holiday season. One of the big sellers, the new DC UK Company ducks. These charming hand-carved bamboo root ducks with cute outfits and sweet names have been flying off the shelves. And while you're finding the perfect gift, check out the newest treasures from the Jim Shore collection. The snowman with the cardinal, absolutely heart-melting. And the Jim Shore Grinch sewing his Santa suit, with Max supervising, of course, is an instant favorite. Speaking of the Grinch, Cynthia's in Greenfield and on Allisonville Road carry the entire Grinch Light Up Village by Department 56. And yes, they also have the full Christmas Vacation Light Up Village for all you Clark Griswold fans. The beauty of willow tree figurines and ornaments are so personal and make such a memorable gift. Planning holiday parties? Don't forget my favorite, the easy-to-make award-winning Wind and Willow dips and cheese ball mixes. Your guests are going to love them. Shop family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark this holiday season. 116th and Allisonville Road, 96th and Lantern Road, 116th and Brook School Road, and in Greenfield.
Hey, John, for Wenschuler's Spreadability, not too far from where I sit right now, there's a Gordon's Food Service location. They've got the spreadability of Wenschuler's elite-level snacking. Gordon's Food Service, Meyer locations throughout the state of Indiana, and you're going to find them with absolutely everything. They are stocked and loaded with original, sharp bacon and cheddar and jalapeno pepper. The Wenschuler's brands at Neiman's Harvest Market. All of you in Hamilton County, rejoice. You got that location in Carmel. The elite level snacking, get it today. It's Wenschuler's.
It's a new season with a new QB.
Football is back.
And so are Bud Light Blue Fridays. Every week, join JMV starting at 3 for ice-cold Bud Light specials, football talk, and chances for you to snag tickets to Colts games and get some amazing swag on us. And get in on the football toss for a chance to win a trip to Las Vegas for your shot at Super Bowl tickets.
Join JMV this Friday at 3 at Whiskey Business North on Pendleton Pike.
Bud Light Blue Fridays.
The following is a district-wide service announcement from the District Tap.
The District Tap. Craft beer on tap and damn good food. Wait, hey, can we say that? Damn good food?
Yes, I'm told that damn good food is totally acceptable. Go ahead and pick it up from there.
The District Tap. Craft beer on tap and damn good food. And don't get me started on all the sports at the tap. Over 60 big f***ing screens with as much NFL and collegiate football action as you can handle. Weeknight matchups? Yeah, we have weeknight games. Looking for a spot downtown to catch that game? Get your f***ing ass over to our new downtown location at the corner of Georgia Street and Meridian. Game on at the District Tap. How's that?
Fan-tastic.
The District Tap. Craft beer on tap and damn good food. North at 82nd Street, just east of Keystone at the Crossing, and downtown at the corner of Georgia Street and Meridian. Online at thedistricttap.com.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Christmas Nights of Lights Drive-Thru Holiday Spectacular returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds November 7th through December 31st. Synchronize to your favorite Christmas tunes and a million sparkling lights. Enjoy a dazzling winter wonderland for the whole family. Reserve your spot at ChristmasNightsOfLights.com.
Hook her up this holiday season, shopping for her dream engagement ring or a beautiful piece of jewelry. See my friends at Moyer Fine Jewelers in Carmel, the city's best selection of fine jewelry. Tell them JMV sent you.
Do you need furnace or heat pump service and need to find a local, well-trained expert you can trust like Family Heating and Air Conditioning? We'll find that American Standard air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
The Ride with JMV.
Dude, most metal
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. We're celebrating at Twin Peaks today. Just having a great time down in Greenwood. Thank you all for joining us, too. You can watch Butler and UConn coming up later on tonight. UConn and Butler. Butler coming off that double overtime thrilling win over Providence at Hinkle on Saturday afternoon. On the road in Stores coming up later on tonight. 2 road shows later on this week. I shall explain Ralphie from A Christmas Story. Peter Billingsley, the actor-director, bottom of the 4 o'clock hour. Dan Wetzel, college football playoff. IU, Fernando Mendoza, and more. And Rakestraw in a smidge. But let me squeeze Manny onto the show before Greg jumps on here at 239-1070. Hello, Manny. How are you?
Hey,
Hey, JMV, what's up, man? It's Manny Fresh. How
Manny,
you doing, man?
what's happening, Manny? Manny, what's up?
Hey, nice to hear your voice, man. Hey, man, I hope you're having a good birthday, man.
I am having an awesome birthday so far, pal. Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. You going to go see New Edition when it comes?
I believe so. And you want me to get you and your partner Mike Wells together for this adventure coming up in February at Cambridge Fieldhouse?
Hey, man, you got my number, man. Most definitely hit me up, man, because that's going to be a good concert. Boys and Men coming with them. Tony Braxton with us fine self. Hey, man, that's going to be a good concert,
let me tell you this. I don't know if you knew this or not, because we're so close now in our new building. Until their studios are done on one, we're all on two. I'm an honorary member and on staff at WTLC, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think me and you and Karen Vaughn are all going to be going to see New Edition, Tony Braxton, and Boys to Men together. We're going to get Mike Wells to go too.
Yeah, I love Karen Vaughn, man. I met Karen Vaughn when I went to go the Kirk Franklin reunion tour was in town, man. I love Karen.
Well,
Vaughn.
we're gonna make B Swift. We're gonna make B Swift go as well. He's on HHH, but we're gonna make B Swift go too, because I'm an honorary staff member. Me and you and Karen and B Swift and JC, we're all going. How about that?
Man, most definitely, man. Don't forget about me. Hey, one thing, JMV, about the Colts, man. Hey, man, we could have won that game. We could have won that game Sunday, man, if we would have just stopped them from making that long run and getting that first down and getting close to field goal range. Because all we had to do was just stop them and let the clock run out and get down there and kick the field goal. We could have came on with a victory, man.
Hey, Manny, thank you for the call. The other thing that stands out about that to me, too, is that again, exemplifies how perfect you have to be to win with an offense that clearly has limitations, and that is the ultimate issue. Manny, thank you very much. Twin Peaks, Greenwood, would love to see you on this Tuesday. Meantime, the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline and our good friend Greg Rakestraw, the Colts post-game show host, along with Bill Brooks, and just a variety of other things, joins us now. You know, I thought that was a great example. You're close, but don't get it done, of when your offense has the downfield limitations as it has presently, then you have to be about as perfect as you can be. And they were so good on both sides of the football most of the time, but when it really, truly mattered late in that game, they couldn't get it done, Greg.
No, they were able to kind of scheme their way offensively in half number one to get 13 points. And again, I thought that it's a scenario where you can be amazed that Phillip Rivers was as good as he was for the scenario and situation for his age and not gone through training camp and 1 week of practice. But you can still say, hey, I'm not sure this is good enough to go out and win you football games when you absolutely have to have it. And so they basically played everything to get first downs. You know, everything was kind of 10 yards at a time. You ran the ball on first down to get 2 or 3 yards. You kind of had that choose-it play on second down. On third down, you were hoping to be closer than 3rd and 5, because that's where you felt the comfort with finding a hole against that defense was going to be. You're right, John. You know, that was as good of a defensive effort as we have seen from this team all year. And considering the offensive line scenario, no Braden Smith and then no Bernard Ryman, I thought in terms of holding up against the pressure, I thought the Colts offensive line did exceedingly well considering the situation. But if you're just simply judging it as people should, did you win the game? Are you going to be a playoff team or not? Then obviously it was a challenge that team didn't meet on Sunday.
Yeah, Greg Rakestraw, the postgame show host and more, joins us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. And my issue with this is I don't know what other wrinkles, and I've been an advocate of, maybe getting some plays out there with, in this case, I guess, Leonard. I mean, it thought for a moment Anthony Richardson, but it doesn't look like he's going to be ready to go if he is indeed cleared he's medically cleared, but we'll see if he practices anytime soon. But I think that you need a wrinkle or a change of pace. I don't believe that Steichen and company will do that, but it would seem like that the Niners will be chomping at the bit, knowing exactly what's coming for them on Monday. And to me, that's an incredibly bad sign for this Colts team.
Correct. And again, the wrinkle would be, can you throw the ball downfield more? And I don't know that magically you're going to find more yardage in that arm at his age, with 4 more practices or 3 more days of practice or 8 more days of being around the complex of the other guys. And so, yes, I would agree. On the Richardson front, again, a package of plays for him I think would be a good thing, but he hasn't been able to do anything since week 6. He just got cleared to go through practice. Is that enough time? Clearly, the Colts are in a position where they feel going with Phillip Rivers is a better option than handing the ball to Riley Leonard in this situation. So I don't think you're going to see any sort of special, package of plays for Riley Leonard at this point in time. So you're going to simply have to hope that you're not playing as good of a defense because of some injuries the Niners have had. The hope has to be that even if you basically go, we're going to run the ball right here, that you can do it even more successfully than you did against the Seahawks. You have to ask your defense to play as good, if not better, against a team that's probably better offensively. I think San Francisco is that compared to Seattle. And frankly, you have to lean into the home crowd. You have to lean into being able to do this at home instead of one of the toughest places to play in the league like Seattle. You're hoping that all of those things can add up to somehow, some way deliver you a W on Monday night.
Were you like me, and I know that he did it at the end of the game because you had to, and it was intercepted, his only interception of the game, but were you like me a couple of different times during that game, just wanted to see Rivers throw a jump ball in Pierce's direction and see if you could maybe get a little bit of magic out of that? Because I just think that there has to be something where there is at least a thought in the mind of the defense that you may end up throwing it down there. And I so wanted them to do that a couple of times. And, I know that they're unable to do it, and that's not going to be their forte ever. But at least trying it once or twice, I would have loved to have seen it.
Sure. And I'll go back to the experience I had of watching this offense with Phillip Rivers 5 years ago. And again, I cite the example of being around the limited preseason practice we were able to see without having preseason games in that COVID year, and just watching the offense and go, I'm not sure he's going to throw the ball more than 20 yards down the field. Now, frankly, during the actual season, there were a couple of deep shots every game, and they fared better than I thought they were going to. But now you tack on not having trained to be a football player for 59 months since that time. I just don't know if that's there. So maybe you have to resort to that because, again, you've now kind of showed your hand from an offensive game plan standpoint, but you may be asking for something that he isn't capable of doing at this point in time, John.
So Greg Rakestraw, he's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I got Dan Wetzel coming on a little bit later on. We're talking about the Heisman Trophy, talking about IU college football playoff. Oklahoma, Alabama winner. The way that sets up later on this week, I think that's on Friday in Norman, Oklahoma. Who do you think is a better matchup for IU? And we haven't really talked about this very much. The absence, I guess, of Stephen Daly, who was, injured in the postgame, kind of the celebration that was going on in the Big Ten title game. What type of effect might that have on a defense that was so stinking good this season, and especially against Ohio State in that title game?
It certainly has an effect, but again, that's part of what this program is built on is depth. They have that now. You're not just hanging your hat on one guy, and you saw this offensively. When Elijah Surratt misses 2 or 3 weeks in the fall, team just chugged right along. So in terms of whom they are playing, I'd probably lean towards Oklahoma because they've just simply been playing better as of late. They did have the win in the earlier matchup. They do get the game on their home field. In terms of who's the better matchup, I'm not sure if I know enough about either side to kind of pick a team really as to who I think that's the team that Indiana wants to face. I think it's just a matter of kind of Indiana is the ultimate go do what you do. They win on both lines of scrimmage. They win by mauling you. And they were able to do that against the team that was clearly the number one team in the nation before they got to them in Ohio State. So I think it's just about taking your game plan and going and doing what you do when you go out to the Rose Bowl on January the 1st.
How far do you think IU can push this?
The national championship game is on January the 19th, correct?
Yes.
I'm not saying they're a shoe-in to win it, but at the same time, again, you won at Oregon. You beat Ohio State on a quasi-neutral site. You have as good a wins as anyone has in college football this year. They can win this whole freaking thing, John. I think they can absolutely. Now, again, they can get knocked off in the Rose Bowl, but they can win the whole thing, John. I have zero doubt about that in my mind.
All right, I'm going to highlight Butler because the Dogs playing coming up later on tonight. Dogs on the road in Stores versus UConn. That double overtime thriller against Providence was awesome at Hinkle Fieldhouse on Saturday, but this is obviously with the Huskies a different animal altogether.
And I've got I rarely root against Butler. I'm not saying I'm doing that here, but since I know one of the players on the UConn team, I found myself watching a lot more UConn basketball during the regular season to see how Braylon Mullins is doing, and he's recovered from that ankle injury and, frankly, is playing well. It is always better to win the game than lose, but that result is almost a little troubling, knowing you had to go to double OT to beat Providence because they're probably a team that might be kind of in the back half of the league with Butler. For Butler, it's going to be a bit of a learning curve because of not having Jalen Jackson, with him being done for the year with that ankle injury. And now you're handing the ball to a guy that I know well in Stink Robinson. But that is a lot to say, all right, freshman, hey, we're going to play one of the best teams in the country in UConn. You're our starting point guard. Go get him. And there's going to be some growing pains at time for this team. So I don't think all is lost for the Butler Bulldogs, but tonight will be as tough of a test as they will have for the remainder of the regular season.
You've got IU Indy responsibilities this evening?
I do. They are playing a school named Miami Middletown. This is a branch campus of Miami University in Middletown, Ohio. They play at a level called the USCAA, which is oftentimes for branch campuses, for satellite campuses. I'm pretty sure, John, that you might be able to play for a Miami Middletown or a Wright State Lake campus. My favorite branch campus is Kent State Tuscarawas. So if you could get to the game, wear something red by 6:30, you might get some running tonight on a game that's shown on ESPN+.
I was thinking that maybe when I play on Tuesday night at Center Grove and the dirty-ass floor of the West Gym might be better competition than what the Jags are going to see tonight. Is that fair to say?
I believe Miami Middletown, their information was kind of scant to come by, so it might be more of a homer broadcast tonight on ESPN+ for the IU Indy Jaguars. I want to say they were 1-5 maybe the last time that I checked this. And so Jags put up 122 on IU Columbus. I would expect that level, if not a little bit more, for IU Indy. And I do think there is playing time available for you on either side of the ledger if you so wish.
Got it. Hey, listen, I've got eligibility left. I'm good to go right now.
So one
56-year-old guy knocking down perimeter threes. I'm there.
Yeah, one less beverage during the show. You might be fine.
I can, I'm always better after I drink, though. No,
never mind. Have another.
Something about it. What's funny, I hate the basketball that's used in college basketball. That thing's awful. We use that every Sunday at Southport, and it's like a Voight 1970s outdoor ball. It's incredible how bad that is.
I will pass that along to the commissioner of college basketball to say that you are not a fan of the current leather or something resembling it being used.
All you have to have is a Wilson Evolution. That's all that anybody needs. I mean, none of that European League bull crap or whatever rock they use. That's awful over there. And I don't understand why they use that Wilson one, but whatever. We all have to adjust. Greg, I appreciate you, man, as always. Thank you, buddy.
See you, bud.
Greg Rakestraw is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Twin Peaks, we're in Greenwood on a Tuesday, man. A Tuesday with ice-cold beer flowing, great food, and Butler and UConn here coming up later on tonight. Also, you can hear Butler and UConn right here on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Dan Wetzel, top of the hour of ESPN, college football conversation, and Ralphie, Peter Billingsley, the actor from A Christmas Story, in the 4 o'clock hour, too. We've got gear to give away. County Line in Madison. We are live at Twin Peaks in Greenwood. Do not go anywhere. Your calls on the other side at 239-1070, the 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Everything from tequila cocktails and bourbon to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out the adventurous drink menu. And don't forget about the 29-degree drafts.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, Johnny, for AAA, I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but the weather has not been good so far. We're not even into wintertime yet, so make sure you take advantage of AAA's holiday promotion. You can join now and rest easy with you and the entire family are taken care of on the open road. Roadside service requests are simple. You download the AAA mobile app, request service, and track your service responder in real time. So you're going to see them moving toward you to pick you up on the road whenever you need to. That is the AAA mobile app. So become a AAA member today. It's essential that you do that at AAA.com and download the mobile app. And again, this is going to help you and your family members out. Plus, what a great gift-giving idea that you can do. The gift of support on the road when you need it this time of year. That's AAA.com. Download the mobile app, too. Tell them JMV sent you.
I'm Mark Boyle, voice of the Indiana Pacers. For your best shot at better water, go local with C&J Water. They're Hoosiers serving Hoosiers, bringing cleaner, safer, better-tasting water to homes across central Indiana. When you purchase a new water softener in November or December, C&J Water donates to the Pacers Foundation, helping those in need here at home. Better water for your family, helping those in need at home and abroad. For your best shot at better water, trust the local pros at C&J Water.
Barrington Jewels is your holiday home of the finest gifts, like breathtaking diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, and a wide selection of gemstones. Barrington also offers exquisite watch brands like Oris, Junghans, and Tutima, as well as fine pre-owned timepieces from many top brands. From watches to necklaces and pendants, earrings, or even an engagement ring, you'll find the perfect holiday gift at Barrington. Visit Barrington Jewels in Clearwater Crossing. And remember, you haven't seen a diamond until you've seen a Barrington diamond.
The Fan cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at 1075thefan.com.
JMV here for my friends at Premier Weight Loss. You know what's funny? When I was in my teens, body exploration meant something completely different than it does now that I'm 56 years of age. I can say now that it means, where am I on my weight loss journey? Down nearly 80 pounds. How about my body fat percentage? Down from 35% to 13%. Now it's time to add muscle mass, or lean mass, if you will, with the tone stimulation machine that they have at Premier Weight Loss. You can do the same weight loss journey and then tone up with Thomas and Samantha and the gang at Premier Weight Loss. It will work for you. That's PWLND.com. Mention my name. For the first 10 days in the month of December, you could win 2 lower-level tickets to see the Niners and the Colts. If you want to lose the weight, if you want to feel better, it's PWLND.com. You can do it. Tell them JMV sent you. PWLND.com today.
Bowling, 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 keep them balls a-rolling. Bowling, 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 Royal Pin.
The holidays
holidays are rolling in at Royal Pin Entertainment. Celebrate the season your way with cheer-filled holiday parties. From thrilling bowling lanes to action-packed laser tag, there's fun for everyone. And when it's time to refuel, enjoy delicious catering options that'll satisfy any crowd. Need to unwind? The full-service bars are ready to serve. At Royal Pin Entertainment, they cater to events of all sizes with some of the largest event spaces in Indianapolis. Perfect for corporate Christmas parties, family gatherings, or any festive get-together. Give your group the unforgettable holiday experience they're hoping for.
Set 'em up, knock 'em down, send them flying, spinning round.
Book your holiday event now at royalpin.com. That's royalpin.com.
Royal Pin, bowling, bowling. Royal Pin.
Marcus Morris here with Family Heating and Air. As we're reaching colder weather, you may find yourself in need of furnace service. At Family, we specialize in solutions to extend your furnace life. Call the Fix-It team from Family. You can easily reach us at familyhvac.net. From our family to yours, have a happy holiday.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
The Ride with JMV.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
All right, so I'm going to call myself out here, courtesy of Squid Ink Sammy may be playing in my dome a little bit right here. You guys ready? Twin Peaks, by the way, in Greenwood's our location. Would love to see you today. Ice cold beer is what we're having a great time on a Tuesday here with great food, and we've got stuff to give away, gear to give away. So get here, County Line, Madison, just like Harley D did. Harley D, hey Harley D, I got to get some flooring too sometime too, brother. Shout out to the JMV Sucks Christmas T-shirt right there, which is awesome. No, seriously, Squid Ink Sammy. So I got two questions for you right here. Yeah, even beyond Phillip Rivers and the quarterback question and, obviously everything else regarding the Colts right now. You are such a Debbie Downer. So that was the statement made toward me, directed toward me. Is it me being a downer? Because I thought I was relatively, if not incredibly, upbeat. I think I sound upbeat. I think I am upbeat. I think I'm a lifter of spirits, not a downer of Debbie's. Right? So here's part of the issue, too, is sometimes things aren't great. And we've been down this path so frequently, you get used to it. I've often told you this. People always say, well, you know what, you deal in the negative. And I'm not a negative person in general, but you deal with the negative because you want better ratings, and it's a stir of the straw. You could not be more inaccurate. What gives us big numbers, what gives us listenership is winning and positivity. This stuff all wears out, and in particular, in local shows, when you're 9 hours deep on this stuff, it wears your ass out. You guys got to change your philosophy on this because you're wrong. There'd be nothing better than the Colts to be, as they were in September and October, the top of the NFL world. That's when you get big numbers. This stuff doesn't last because people go, good, I'm sick and tired of hearing about that. Wah, cry, this team stinks. People wear, and they leave. So, just so you know, the inaccuracy in that particular statement is that the negativity is what leads to numbers. And around here, that not only isn't the case now, that has never been the case. Never. So I don't know. I'm trying to be as upbeat as humanly possible. I think I feel that way. Dan Wetzel's going to join us on the other side. It's tough not to be upbeat about the IU quarterback, the Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza. It's tough not to be upbeat about the IU football situation. Now, if you're in Ann Arbor about that football situation, then maybe the guy was right. We'll talk about that and more. The college football landscape with Dan Wetzel and Ralphie from A Christmas Story. Peter Billingsley, the actor, bottom of the hour. I'll give you all the stats on that when he's in town coming up on Thursday at the Mirage Egyptian Room. And Win Schuler's Spreadability, elite level snacking, whatever day of the week you decide to go and have yourself a cracker, a chip, maybe a vegetable or a burger, the elite level snacking you're going to find is of Win Schuler's. You can locate it easily throughout the state of Indiana at your favorite Meijer location. Twin Peaks, Southside. We're in Greenwood today. We're at County Line and Madison. Would love to see you and thank you all for making this an incredible day, either seeing you live here or on the phones at 239-1070. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Back with you next.
Welcome to Wawa. We're open 24/7, so when the sun goes down but everyone's still up, Wawa has your late night fuel. Headed to a hangout? Stop in for snacks and sodas. Binge your favorite shows with burgers and hoagies. Gather around the table with garlic knots and a cheesy Wawa pizza. Or just chill on the couch with fries and whatever milkshake sounds good. Your night just got a whole lot tastier. Freshly made burgers, pizza, and so much more. When you got a late night craving, you got a Wawa. Price and participation may vary by store.
It happens every holiday. Food comas, piles of wrapping paper, Uncle Harold's asleep in the recliner. It's only $5.45. But then, Cousin John rolls in with holiday scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Starting at just $1, they're the perfect gift for making the most of the one time of year all 30 cousins are gathered together in one living room. Unwrap instant fun with holiday scratch-offs. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Gift responsibly.
Hey, Real Growing Hair again, I'm proud of it. A 9-year rep of WeGrowHairIndy.com or 317-522-2995. Why, may you ask? Because I want to continue my real hair growth. And the option was there, and I was going to lose it. The male pattern baldness was setting in, and damn straight, I don't want it. I don't care if I'm 56, 46, 36, 66, 76. I want my hair. And if I want to feather this bad boy on the side, butt cut it down the middle, part it down the middle, right? If I want to highlight it, I can because it's my real growing hair with WeGrowHairIndy.com. If you want that option, no matter what age you might be, it's simple. Call Darren Andrews, 317-522-2995. Make sure you tell him I sent you. WeGrowHairIndy.com today.
This Christmas, get a bonus AI Essentials course when you enroll in any My Computer Career IT program by the end of the year. That's a
JMV here for WeGrowHairIndy.com. My friend Darren Andrews awaits your call at 317-522-2995 or WeGrowHairIndy.com today. So I have been a We Grow Hair Indy member for the better part of 9 years, and so glad I did because I had that classic Costanza horseshoe design setting in, and frankly, I wanted my real hair back and knew that it was leaving, vacating the premises. But Darren Andrews said, hey, we can help you out here with either multi-unit hair grafting or artist robotic FUE. Whatever you need, we shall do to get your real growing hair back again. That's exactly what happened. And all I did was make that call to Darren Andrews at 317-522-2995, WeGrowHairIndy.com. Don't wait. Do it now. That's 317-522-2995. Be just like me, JMV, and get your free evaluation and get your hair back today. WeGrowHairIndy.com.
Hi, this is
Lloyd,
Jessica,
Robert, and Adam
from Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning in Pittsboro. The Kirby family wishes you the merriest of Christmases and happiest of New Year's. Thanks for your business. We really appreciate it. If you live in Hendricks or surrounding counties and need us, we are always here to help. Kirby services any model, and we proudly install American Standard products. Call us at 317-892-3614.
Kirby is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Happy holidays from Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning.
With Wawa's rewards program, you can rack up points on the items you buy every day, even fuel. Boost your totals with a breakfast sizzly. Score points with your morning coffee. With Wawa rewards, points put the power in your hands. You can choose to redeem them for what you love most, like an iced latte for an extra pick-me-up or your lunchtime hoagie. Download the Wawa app today. When you gotta get rewarded, you gotta Wawa. Fuel rewards not available in New Jersey or were legally prohibited. See full details at wawarewards.com. Price and participation may vary by store.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
From the drivehubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
WIBC HD2, W298BP, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
The Ride with JMV.
You take drugs, Danny? Every day. Good. So what's the problem? I don't know.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Oh, I love this place. Twin Peaks in Greenwood, everybody, with Santana winning is bringing us back in here. Dev's the on-site engineer. I know Chris and Kevin are here back at the studio as James. The new studios downtown, St. Joe's and Meridian, that are still being put together that I absolutely love. I was in there for the first time yesterday. Actually, I take that back. Sunday was the first time on the Colts pregame huddle show, but the first time with this show yesterday. If you want to check out the surroundings here at Twin Peaks, you can join me. You can join us. You got the stream, the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. You can watch it on X, watch it on Facebook, a variety of ways to do so. And Ralphie from A Christmas Story, Peter Billingsley, is scheduled to join us coming up at the bottom of the hour. You go, hey, why? Because he's going to be in town on Thursday, a private screening. I don't know how private it is inside the Mira Egyptian room, but a screening of the film A Christmas Story. And then Peter Billingsley, who played Ralphie back in 1983 in that film, will host a Q&A with you. Very accomplished actor and director. And also, this is what I always loved, Messy Marvin in those famous commercials for Hershey's chocolate syrup back in the day, too, 70s and 80s. But Peter Billingsley is going to join us coming up at the bottom of the hour. Very excited about that. Actually, my friend Gilly sent me a bit of information. And Gilly, she's won stuff on here before, but this was outstanding what she sent. And I got to make sure that I don't forget, and I mentioned this. Gilly says, my dad, Tim Wheeler, R.I.P., married Shermaine Billingsley, who is the daughter of famous NYC Stork Club owner Sherman Billingsley. Sherman's niece, Gail, is Peter's mom. But that, I do remember this whole story, too, Gilly, regarding the Stork Club in New York City being so famous, but that is awesome right there. Absolutely awesome. So thank you for that info. I'll make sure I bring that up to him when he joins us coming up at the bottom of the hour. Again, Twin Peaks, we're in Greenwood. I would love to see you here. We are drinking ice-cold beer and the great food that is here. And I know what you're saying. Well, it's a Tuesday. The sun is out. The sky is blue. It is warmer. You got to love it when 37 feels like 70, and that's what it does out there right now. This is the text line at 317-239-1070. JMV, you're not a Debbie Downer, you're a realist. And that's how I thought I was putting that, being a realist. That's how I was putting it. I know. I was just trying to make you understand, like everybody's all over the Colts, for, Phillip Rivers and not being prepared. You couldn't be prepared because they didn't want anybody on that market. Anybody on that market would have been available months ago. And they were still available last week. But they got the 44-year-old because they trust the 44-year-old. The problem that you're going to have with the 44-year-old is the limitations offensively. It's not the decision-making. It's going to be how defenses are going to play you because there is zero threat of going down the field. Hey, JMV, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday from scenic Martin County. Gator and Lagodi. Shout out to you, Gator. Thank you very much. Jim McCann in Southern California. Cannot wait to see Jim McCann back here. I know that Harley D agrees with me on that. JMV, SIG, and a shout out from Kent and Indy. That's a reference to the days with Mark Patrick. By the way, this is on, I don't know if this is on X. I know it's on Facebook. So Jason Hammer of Hammer and Nigel They're opposite of me right now on 93 WIBC, but Jason Hammer is pretty famous now for putting together AI videos, and he put together a birthday AI video that supposedly takes me back to 1986 at the premiere of an episode of TJ Hooker. It is me having a moment with 1986 Heather Locklear. It's classic. It is absolutely classic stuff. I was having a moment with Heather Locklear. Happy birthday, JMV, from Heather and CG. You and my husband share the same birthday. Wish we could come and see you at Twin Peaks, one of our favorite places. Iria's later on tonight for Heather and her husband on his birthday. Nothing wrong with Dom and the gang at Iria's either. JMV, I kind of agree with whoever told you that even with new underwear, you wash them because they're kind of itchy. I have no problem with being itchy. And I get them right out of the package, and I put them on. There's no wash. I'm not pre-washing them. Dudes in underwear. Shout out to Tucker Barnhart, the former major leaguer. Hope to see him very soon as well. Thank you, Tuck, for listening per usual. Molding minds and athletes in Hamilton County is our good friend, Tucker Barnhart, right now. JMV, how come we're not hearing too much about the offensive line? That's the consistency in all these losses, is that the offensive line is being pushed back significantly from start of the season. Quentin Nelson missed a block for Jonathan Taylor. I will say this, Nate. I thought the offensive line, and especially when you know that at right tackle they had a rookie in Jalen Travis, and Luke Tenuta came in during the game at left tackle because of the injury to Bernard Ryman. I thought the offensive line played as well as it could have given those circumstances. And honestly, I thought a lot went well for them up until the fourth. Two problems that are significant with this Colts team right now. It is the offense, because in the last 4 games, it has been minimal at best. And it's not all been about Phillip Rivers. You know, Phillip Rivers and the lack of being able to push it down the field and the limitations as we talk about, that was certainly costly. But as I mentioned, this situation with the offense, I should say the offense, just its decline in the last 4 games, it was well on the way. And this was on the way going all the way back to when you didn't have a quarterback in Daniel Jones that was dealing with an injury. So this started. And as I mentioned before, this is an offense that seemingly has played much better when things are coming easy for them. And it's the grind that takes them out of their feel-good and compromises everything. And obviously now with the quarterback situation, that is tremendous. Meantime, on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, as we're live from Twin Peaks in Greenwood, would love to see you here on this Tuesday. From ESPN, he is a longtime friend of this show, as I'm assuming dealing with a lot. Both the good, shout out to Greene County, my former schoolmate Dusty May in basketball, and the bad with the circumstances surrounding the football program and its former head coach, Jerome Moore. It is Dan Wetzel who joins us now. So, yeah, you're kind of getting the not-so-great balance with football and basketball in Ann Arbor right now, aren't you?
Yeah, a lot going on in Michigan. You know, we got the scandal in football, and then you said basketball's rolling, hockey's like number one. Women's basketball is good. Just think about Michigan. They do one way or the other, hot and cold, hot or cold. But yeah, it's been a bit eventful. They're good for business.
I mentioned Dusty May is a former classmate of mine and is a longtime friend of mine.
Every time I talk to you.
Yeah, well, I got to, man, because I mean, this is what happens when you put. Hey, Dan, when you put a little Greene County, Indiana, in your life, this is what happens. Greatness prevails. Just remember that.
That's why I mean, it's something in the water down there. Probably vodka,
it is.
But whatever it is, they're doing great.
Well, I want to ask. because I this all the time. Scott Dolson put a contract extension for Kurt Cignetti to lead this football program at IU. And you kind of look back on that and State obviously had that opening that's, with reactionary by Dolson. I think rightly so. And now, including Florida and now in Michigan, all these other jobs that are opening up where they have had interest, where they still have interest. I mean, any interest, I guess, in what Cignetti has done. And what Cignetti has done in 2 seasons down the road. He absolutely has interest in Cignetti, but he's not really clear on the thing. I mean, the coaching staff going anywhere, and everyone Cignetti, and they're not getting consistent information from the coach. So he's off the table. So the only thing Cignetti to another job, I'm not saying Penn State or Michigan will hire him in a heartbeat because make sure it's an incredibly talented guy. But the assistants work, and so he's going to stand for really long, it's 35. It's about the only thing with him. Work for 4 or 5 years, great. These guys gratification in the world of sports right now. If you don't get it done in 5 minutes, you're not really getting it done. And really, I don't think there's forethought put into, whether or not a dude's hanging around 5 years from now. It happens when we stand it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of the world of sports in which we live, especially, college football is right now. You got to be popular. That's especially in a place like Michigan. No question. But there's a 5-year plan. It's not like it used to be anyway. I got to get my recruits in, or, one recruiting class, say, late on a recruiting class. So, like Penn State recruits, maybe get double in there. So, signing cases, signing, but they can transfer portal that up. If you have 1 year, you had a bad recruiting class, that is going to be a factor 3 to 4 years later. Because if your senior class got like 6 good set of whatever you need. So there's no reason to not show a lot of it. You got to find an national title. You got to be, you got to show something pretty quick. There's not an excuse, especially in a place with the enormous resources and ranking of some of these programs. So I think not about 5 guys anymore. No, go ahead. It's weird where we are with it. Like, I mean, transfer portal's been brought up, and it's like free agency, but not even free agency, because, I mean, hell, you can move around every single year. It's crazy where we are right now. Everybody's already bringing up, the fact that, what Daddy has done with quarterbacks, with Rourke, and, with the Heisman winner, Mendoza. And Mendoza, clearly, or at least it looks like he's going to be a very high, first-round selection. Maybe the first overall, I guess we'll find out. But who's going to be next there? Because all of a sudden, Clinton, Indiana, Dan is a destination location for good college football players, especially at the most coveted position anywhere, and that's quarterback in sports. It's kind of amazing the transformation we've seen in 2 years. I would think every single top quarterback transfer this year will take a look at Indiana. Now, you might have someone say a DJ Flagway, I don't want to play in the something like that. Fine. But if you're going to go forever, a Sam Levitt out of Arizona State, if you're going to look at Indiana, I can't imagine why I wouldn't. And that's just how everything's changed. These two things. The money was always there. It just was a passive dollar. And it was like, did you invest in the program 50 years ago, 43,
you know, your weight room, facilities, all those things. Start passing out. You can get a recruit and a dad on campus to look and see, wow, you got all this stuff. Maybe I want to go there. And I don't know, I should visit a sophomore. And it takes time. Now, with the direct revenue share and the NIL, it's an active dollar. You say, hey, we didn't do it 20 years ago, but we're doing it now. And because of that, and because every player's number one goal, they'll go anywhere if they can get them to the NFL. That's the number one goal, everyone's goal. If you can do that, then you can flip this really quick and say, oh, that guy, he's given him the Heisman, he's going to get him in the top 5 of the draft. I'll go there for a year. He's going to finish me up. And so everything is quicker. And they're not, now, you know, you're not sitting there going, well, check out our trophy room. We won a Heisman in 73, and we won Big Ten titles in the 80s, and that doesn't matter as much. Anybody can be good at this. And that's what I think made the sport so much more interesting. The fact that our Heisman Trophy last year, 2 of the losingest programs in college football are Colorado and Indiana. They just won the last 2 Heisman. You look at that finalist on Saturday. We got a guy from Texas Tech. We got a guy from Indiana. We got a guy from Vanderbilt. We got one from Ohio State, right? And, you know, the number 1 draft pick last year was Cam Ward, who built his way up from a 0-star recruit. And those are, what, maybe 2 stars or something. He's going to go to Yale at one point. Everybody, it's a totally different sport, and it's a lot more interesting to me. I think it's a lot of fun. I know fans get frustrated with the portal, but why shouldn't Indiana be good? Why can't Indiana be good? You shouldn't have to sit there and say the football team can't be good because back in the 60s and 70s or whatever, they didn't keep up with Ohio State and Michigan. Indiana's a great place to go to school. They got a ton of fans, a ton of money, plenty of things to do. Now you got this coach, and you say, yeah, why not? We go with the national title.
That is Dan Wetzel joining us. Oh, I'm good. Thank you very much. On any more Motor Group Hotline. Hey, I do have to run here. I want to get your thoughts on, you obviously waiting Oklahoma, Alabama coming up later this week, that matchup in the Rose Bowl. Do you think that the Hoosiers can progress as the 1 seed all the way to the national title game?
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. I like that draw. It's an easy quarterfinal. I like that draw. Alabama has been good the last month. They just haven't played really great football, so we'll see what they have. But this isn't like it says Alabama, but this isn't some prime Saban Alabama team. And Oklahoma's got an incredible defense. They're not a big scoring team, so I think Indiana's got every chance to do this. It is a deserved 1 seed. If it was Indiana, don't think twice. They beat Ohio State on neutral field. They beat Oregon at Oregon. They've proven themselves. They put up huge numbers at times. This is an excellent football team. So I certainly think that Rose Bowl, at least, you're going to get the semis, and then they get Texas Tech. They got getting Ohio State, Georgia on one side of the bracket. So at worst, it's a big benefit, and that's why the Big Ten title is really a good thing. Nothing against Texas Tech, but I think anyone would rather play Texas Tech than either Georgia or Ohio State in the semifinal. I think they got a good draw. Get a decent. It's fair.
And Wetzel is such a great friend of the show. If I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a great Christmas and holiday, and I would gather we'll probably rejoin here coming up in the new year and find out what the hell is going on prior to the Rose Bowl. Man, always thank you very much for coming on here. I appreciate it more than you know, Dan.
Always fun. Always fun. Happy holidays to everyone down there.
Dan Wetzel right there of ESPN on the Andy Moore Automotive Group Hotline. Twin Peaks, we're in one. Let's take a break. I'd love to see you. I know Chris Hagan is on his way from Fox 59. He's going to do this a little bit later on. But scheduled in next, Peter Billingsley. Peter Billingsley, you might ask, the actor, the director, but most noted Ralphie from A Christmas Story. And they're going to have a screening at Q&A with Peter Billingsley coming up on Thursday. I've got passes for you to be a part of that at the Mirage Egyptian Room. We'll give those away, and Peter Billingsley is scheduled to join us coming up next. Would love to see you. Greenwood, Twin Peaks, thank you all for joining us. AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live, 93.5, 107.5. Fan. I don't feel them at all. What's that? Okay.
The Fan cares. And if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at 1075thefan.com.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps...
Where are you, Ralphie?
Like the all-new 5-year
Maybe he shot his eye out.
Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5
Man,
years.
that stinks. I so much wanted to talk to him.
So it's done? He's not going to wait?
I don't know, because you probably couldn't get through.
So your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500
Well, James, you don't have a
prepaid
number.
card when
The
you
phone's
add 2
working,
lines of
James?
mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about
got
a
plenty of
$500
time.
prepaid card. Comcast Business.
Am I going out over the air right now, by the way? Because I don't know if I am or not. If I am,
1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
I love the fact.
This is Chris with Absolute Comfort. We just want to thank you and your family for business that you've passed to us this year. Our families appreciate everything that you do for us, and we just want to let you know that if you have needs for your man cave or your she shed or whatever the thing is for a family member that you love, we just ask that you give us a call, and we've got some different ideas for you. Have a Merry Christmas.
Absolute Comfort is your Mitsubishi Electric Elite Douglasford dealer.
Hey, I'm Steffi. You may know me from your social feed. I go big for the holidays, so I'm going to Famous Footwear because the best gifts are giving famous. My friends and family are gonna love all these styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, New Balance, Skechers, and more. With over 800 stores, you're never far from the perfect gift. So make your list and make it famous. Come in today for buy one pair, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur? Twin Peaks is proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas, plus barrel selects that are handpicked and bottled just for you. Supply is limited. Check with your favorite location to see what they're pouring.
The Ride with JMV.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
All right. I think we're back right here, but in fact, I think we've been on the air the entire time. So here's what I want from you. Like, you guys, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. You guys always ask things of me. So can you get 317-239-1070 or at 239-1070 on the phones? You can go text or phones. Tell me what you heard me say during the break when evidently I was on. I love that because you've always asked, hey, what goes on during the break? Well, I think you guys just got a taste of what goes on during the break because I think our mics were, as they say, hot. Chris Hagan of Fox 59 is here. What did we say?
I heard you coming in, and you were like, oh, I can't hear anything. Okay, then, fine. And I'm like, oh.
Did I not cuss or anything?
You did not drop any bombs.
Man.
I don't think I did.
Son of a gun.
But I can tell you this, for all the people that can hear, I want to join in the chorus of people saying happy birthday.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
I've known you for about a quarter of a century now. It goes back a long time, and I think that's a good thing.
It is.
We used to worry about getting old, but I think now we've crossed that threshold where, like, now you should be proud.
You should. Yeah.
You're looking good. You're fit. You got some great hair.
I do.
I've never seen you happier.
I'm happy as hell.
You got Blake over here looking just like you.
Blake T, baby.
So he's out here supporting his pops, and you can't get better than that. So happy birthday.
No,
and I hope 25 more years from now we're sitting here still talking about, you remember that year the Hoosiers won the national championship?
Hey, Chris, I think I'm going to live until I'm 116. What do you think?
I really feel like I'm going to live to be 100 at least.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I feel like, as someone who's never eaten a salad his whole life, I think it's maybe an unrealistic goal, but that's what I'm going for.
I definitely think my mom is going to live until she's 100.
Yeah.
And I know that you just lost your mom, and we talked about that a couple of weeks ago as well. I know that's something that's near and dear to you, and you told me, I do. Like, she called me today. I don't think she knew it was my birthday.
Right.
Yeah, I said, hey, today's my birthday. Oh, yeah. And then she went into full detail, like pre-birth.
Oh, yeah.
Full detail. And I go, hey.
Hopefully not.
I don't have to hear
Hopefully you didn't discuss the conception of you.
Oh, well, I'll tell you off the air. Well, honestly, I'll tell you all off the air what she said. Because when I tell you off the air, it is evidently going on the air. Twin Peaks, we're in Greenwood today. Chris Hagan of Fox 59 is with us. Thank you, Chris, for that. I don't know about Ralphie now. Peter Billingsley was calling, and here's what evidently happened. And this is what Dev, our engineer, told me here. We had a building-wide freeze. And I don't even know what that means, but it jacked up absolutely everything. So I'm assuming we're as jacked up as they are at TLC, as they are on 93 WIBC, as you might be on Praise, and I know that Swift and Hot may be we were all jacked up at the same time.
It goes back to show you, like in my business, you never have a problem. Like, let's say I'm interviewing you for a segment, and if the mic doesn't work, the other night we had some technical difficulties. You're just John, so I'm like, well, he'll wait. He's fine. He's got to pick up Blake, but he's not. It's always when there's something big that it'll go to crap. You know, you're not talking to somebody you can just call tomorrow. This is a special thing. I know you've been hyping it up. I was excited to hear it.
Me too.
That's the time when it all goes to hell. When it's not something you can, like, this is a one chance, you get one shot, and it's gone.
Well, it's like the third time, too. He had a time last week and then a time yesterday, and
maybe he just doesn't want to talk to you.
And I think he does because he's coming in town on Thursday.
Yeah. I saw that promo for that, and I was like, that'd be something really cool to go to. So without the benefit of getting to hear Peter talk, I could go out there and say, I think this is something that would be really fun to go to.
It would. Well, we got passes. I still have passes to give away, so no worries about that. And James can tell me whether or not. See, the problem is that he and his people were calling, so I can't imagine the type of busy signal they got when they were trying to call. So that is problematic. We do not have Peter Billingsley's number. We can't call Messy Marvin.
I got it right here. Let me get it.
Messy Marvin is not within dialing.
Well, you know, I joked about, 50 years from now we're still doing the show and talking about this season, but whatever plays out for IU, this will be a season. I was talking to Don Fisher about this yesterday down in Bloomington. I said, long after we're gone, there's going to be pictures on this wall down here. There are going to be people talking about this season.
Yeah.
And you got to enjoy it, Hoosier fans, because there's no guarantee you'll ever have this again. I mean, the undefeated Big Ten champs, they may have great seasons, and I'm sure they'll have some seasons, but they got to seize this moment because you look around the college landscape, it's the Wild West now, but still you don't see teams that can go out there. Everything falls into place. You go win big games, you squeak by a couple of games, everything is falling their way. And if I told you this before the season, hey, here's what's going to happen, but then you're going to lose in the Rose Bowl, IU fans, I'll take it. But now it's time to get greedy and say, look, let's go ahead and win this whole thing.
This whole thing is I think it's most beneficial for IU. Like the outliers, the outsiders, and not your grandfathered in college football programs. This is who benefits the most.
Oh, yeah.
This, and at some point, somebody's going to try to rein all this in, the free agency after every year type of thing. But, right now, I mean, you take advantage of it, as Scott Dolson and Kurt Signetti has, and, all of a sudden you can play in a level in which we never thought you
could. And before you hit the break, one of the big storylines, no matter who wins, Oklahoma or Alabama, it's going to be one of the Blue Bloods all-time historic programs against little old IU, who until recently was the losingest program of all time. So, yeah, it's a great story, and you hope it has the Disney ending, the Hallmark holiday movie ending, and not a horror movie ending.
I love who's been listening to the show and is telling me that we were live during the break. Drew Storen, the former Major League Baseball pitcher, gave me the first heads up and said, hey, your mic is still hot. Of course, his dad's Mark Patrick, so he would know that very well.
He knows the lingo. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But no, thank you all for telling us that the mic is hot. So we're going to take a break right here, live at Twin Peaks. Chris and I will come back on the other side. Unless Ralphie decides to call unexpectedly now, it'll be he and I and you guys until the bitter end here at 6 o'clock at Twin Peaks. We're in Greenwood. We would love to see you. But listen up during the break, especially now, because you may hear us talking. And I hope that you do. And we'll have a little conversation for you during the break just in case our mics are still hot. That's Chris. I'm John. Twin Peaks, we're in Greenwood. Thank you all for what has been an incredible day despite the technical issues at Madison and County Line. Twin Peaks on a Tuesday, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Christmas Nights of Lights Drive-Thru Holiday Spectacular returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds November 7th through December 31st. Synchronize to your favorite Christmas tunes and a million sparkling lights. Enjoy a dazzling winter wonderland for the whole family. Reserve your spot at ChristmasNightsOfLights.com.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We'll help you find last-minute gifts that don't look last-minute, even if you're still planning to propose. At Shane Company, we'll show you perfect gifts at perfect prices, in stock and ready to give. Like hand-matched diamond studs, 14-karat gold chains, or the ultimate gift, a beautiful engagement ring. We have longer store hours, so you can skip the crowds and shop when you want, or visit us at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, great idea, Lance, local team, LD Smith Plumbing. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to have massive meltdown coming up here. I mean, melting. And if you have any clogs in and around your home, that's going to compromise situations and be an issue. Call out the very best in plumbing, Lance and LD Smith Plumbing, 317-927-7186 to deal with any clogs or any issues you might have with the massive melting that's going to occur coming up in the next 4 days. That's Lance, local team, LD Smith Plumbing, 317-927-7186, online, ldsmithplumbing.com.
When it comes to restoring your hair and your confidence, picking the right team makes all the difference. And at We Grow Hair Indy, some of the biggest names in sports, radio, entertainment, trust them with their hair restoration. We're talking Olympians, former NFL players, maybe even a radio host or two. They all chose We Grow Hair Indy because the results speak for themselves. And I've talked with people that have had it out of state, out of the country, and oh boy, some of their endorsements, not the most glowing, but I can be glowing about We Grow Hair Indy. They are excellent. I was a little hesitant at first walking into the building, but they are very reassuring. The education I got from Darren Andrews and his staff made my decision for me, and then I went ahead with the Artist Robotic FUE hair procedure. And from your first visit, I think you're going to know why. We Grow Hair Indy's technology is unmatched, and their team has decades of experience and proven results you can actually see. So if you're ready, take control of your hair loss, choose the right team, and schedule your free in-person or virtual evaluation today. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995.
The advice from my 19-year-old son was just classic right there. Hey, I got great advice for you right now, and Blake could pass this along as well. The District Tap is a great location. You got two downtown Indy, and then, of course, on the north side of Clearwater Crossing. And here's why. Because the way that you do it, out with you, maybe friends, the family, the significant other, maybe it's a date situation, it is great. Because you're not going to miss a moment with the TVs everywhere, the damn good food, and the happy hour specials that are going on right now. Plus, here's what you look at. Downtown, if anything is downtown happening, the District Tap is that destination location. Ask about the holiday features that they have, including private event space and more, and live music. Check it out right now, thedistricttap.com.
This is Kevin and Kim at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. This holiday season, your home comfort is our business. We are here to keep your family warm and comfortable, just like we have for 40 years.
We appreciate your business throughout the year, and we are always here if you need us. From our entire Reinhardt Heating and Cooling family, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Keeping you warm in Danville, Avon, Heritage Lake, and all of Hendricks County, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's JMV for Indiana's best. My friend Eric Wilson and Andy Moore Buick GMC, 131st and State Road 37. It's in Fishers. Check it out right now. The GMC Acadia, good for you, the family, and the friends of the family. Inventory, car buying experience, service after the sale, the absolute best. It's one-stop shopping. Ask for Eric Wilson and head to Andy Moore Buick GMC, 131st and State Road 37 in Fishers.
No matter where you're headed, it's nice to know Hubler's got you covered for 200,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of the 13 Hubler locations.
Treat yourself with a new watch from Moyer Fine Jewelers in Carmel. They have over 20 watch brands, including Omega, Breitling, Hublot, and the Midwest best selection of pre-owned watches. Tell them JMV sent you.
The Ride with JMV. 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. That's James back at the studio. I'm John here at Twin Peaks in Greenwood. Chris Hagan of Fox 59 is with us. Dev's the on-site engineer. And again, we apologize for the circumstances with the technical difficulties. I have no idea. James, can you explain back there? Because I have no idea what went on back there.
I am not sure of the exact details of it. All I know is apparently every station started having issues, but our wonderful engineers are on the case right now.
Oh, they're on the case. So do we have any word on Peter Billingsley? Do I want to ask?
I do not have any word. I have messaged their contact, and we will see what happens from here.
See what happens from here.
That sounds very, very promising.
Famous last words of not getting somebody on. And I'm telling you, James, it's not your fault. We completely understand that. I do want to give away, because we have bullseye passes to give away for the Monday Nighter for a lot of you coming up here as well. I'll tell you what, James, let's do that right now. I'm going to give away the Peter Billingsley passes for the Mirah on Thursday. We'll do that a little bit later on in the 5 o'clock hour, so I'm going to cross my fingers and just maybe he calls back. But let's do bullseye right now. 317-239-1070, number 30 on the text line. Number 30 on our text line at 317-239-1070. Bullseye passes for the Monday Nighter when they open up on the inbound with the Niners and the Colts. Number 30 at 317-239-1070 on the text line. Free passes, all you can eat, all you can drink with Bullseye, eventgroup.com, and the Colts VIP tailgate. So, Chris, in closing here, we'll have a lot more time in the 5 o'clock hour. What do you think about Rivers, the performance, and the loss in Seattle on Sunday?
I think he met my expectations of what he was going to do. He wasn't better than I thought. He wasn't worse than I thought. I knew he would cerebrally, he would be there. But it's like we are as you get older, your mind can do things that your body can't. And the first pass he threw, I said to myself, uh-oh, because it was wasn't a wounded duck, but it was kind of a wobbler. And I said, his brain wanted to zip that ball in there, and his arm said, not today. So you would like to think maybe he's physically better coming up this week in an indoor situation. He's got another game under his belt. He had an extra day because of it's Monday Night Football. I think he'll play better this week. But I don't think mentally there was any. I mean, the pre-snap things he did, I thought he was sharp. There were some plays that were there to be had, and he was just a little bit off.
I think the show's better when we're all jacked up, to be quite honest with you. I do. And I think that you guys come to understand that. I think the show is better when we're a little jacked up here. I don't mind it. Because I think that's this is kind of real life happening.
It's it's like Stone Temple Pilots or Nirvana unplugged. You know, it wasn't as sleek, wasn't as heavily produced. There was a little grit to it, and that's what this show's all about.
I love Blake. My 19-year-old giving me advice here is just outstanding.
That was great. I loved it. I got to tell you what led to that.
Was that you that led to that?
No. I'll tell you what happened. It was funny. It was a funny remark I made, and then it turned into a after-school special here.
He came over and said, I think you may want to slow down right here. I go, wait a minute. That's okay. Hey, you're the voice of reason over there.
Blake wants to fight.
Blake's outstanding, though.
Oh, he
so
is.
He is.
I mean, I know you can't tell because you're too close to the situation, but he really looks just like you.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
To me, he looks just like you. It's hilarious. It's like I have a time machine and I'm going back to 1985, and there you are.
I love it when he wants to come out to stuff like this. It's a good time. Hey, Windschuler Spreadability. Make sure you get that today. Neiman's Harvest Market, you're going to find that in Carmel. Also locations throughout the state of Indiana at Meyer and Gordon's Food Service. Original sharp cheddar, bacon and cheddar, and jalapeno pepper. That's Windschuler Spreadability, elite level snacking for you. Make sure you grab some today. Tell them I sent you. Hanging around on the other side, man. I got my fingers crossed for Peter Billingsley. I'm not quite sure about it. But 239-1070, we can work in some calls with you and me and Hagen live at Twin Peaks in Greenwood on a Tuesday. 93.5, 107.5, The Fan.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Your home for indie sports. Now with even more ways to listen.
Listen on air.
Online at 1075thefan.com.
And on our free app.
Stay connected to all things indie sports, including the latest news, show blogs, and catch up on what you've missed with our podcast.
We're never more than just a click away.
Download our app at Google Play and on the App Store. From your home for indie sports.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Welcome to Wawa. We're open 24/7, so when the sun goes down but everyone's still up, Wawa has your late night fuel. Headed to a hangout? Stop in for snacks and sodas. Binge your favorite shows with burgers and hoagies. Gather around the table with garlic knots and a cheesy Wawa pizza. Or just chill on the couch with fries and whatever milkshake sounds good. Your night just got a whole lot tastier. Freshly made burgers, pizza, and so much more. When you got a late night craving, you got a Wawa. Price and participation may vary by store.
It's JMV for BullseyeEventGroup.com. The Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. All you can eat, all you can drink. Before each Colts home game, make your game day experience the best it can be. Entertained inside the Bullseye Event Center and the great food from celebrity chef Kelsey Murphy. That and more, and combo up your passes with tickets to the game. That's the BullseyeEventGroup.com Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Get your passes now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Hey, John, for Andy Moore Buick GMC, my friend Eric Wilson, 131st State Road 37. Ed Fisher's, hey, here's the reason why. You see all these commercials about, the big red bow on the car. Merry Christmas, here's your new car. And you're thinking, there's no way. But seriously, at Indiana's best, there is a way. Andy Moore Buick GMC. Let Eric Wilson tell you all about the inventory. And then you're going to get savings because they have incentives to buy. And then the service after the sale. Let me tell you this. My friends at Andy Moore, you're going all the way back through Eric Wilson and Andy Moore Buick GMC, but even all the way back through just Andy Moore Automotive Group in general, they have kept my truck running through 400,000 miles, guys. So if you're looking for longevity in a vehicle to get your money's worth, that's the place. It's one-stop shopping. Andy Moore Buick GMC. Tell them I sent you. 131st State Road 37 at Fishers.
Hey, Colts fans, Crown Royal is a proud partner of the Indianapolis Colts, and this season it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with the Crown Royal rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with a generous spirit. Visit www.crownroyal.com/Royal Rig for more on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling. Owner James Swindle says competitors focused on revenue typically fail.
I've been doing this 31 years in Indianapolis, and I've worked for other companies, and one day we're, how many customers did we take care of? And then the new owners come in, and how much revenue did we produce today? As soon as the talking point changes, the customers see the difference, they feel the difference, and they know the difference. We're not that. Our focus is always take care of the customer.
See the difference by going to PricePointComfort.com. Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
With Wawa's Rewards program, you can rack up points on the items you buy every day, even fuel. Boost your totals with a breakfast sizzling. Score points with your morning coffee. With Wawa Rewards, points put the power in your hands. You can choose to redeem them for what you love most, like an iced latte for an extra pick-me-up or your lunchtime hoagie. Download the Wawa app today. When you gotta get rewarded, you gotta Wawa.
Fuel rewards not available in New Jersey or were legally prohibited. See full details at wawarewards.com. Price and participation may vary by store.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines.
fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
From the DriveHubler.com studios, this is 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
WIBC HD2, HD3, Indianapolis.
The Ride with JMV.
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hey, we're live at Twin Peaks. Thank you very much. We're more than live. We're live right now. I think we have been live during the breaks here for a little bit. Shout out to Brooklyn right here, who is the
She claims to be from Brooklyn.
Is she really?
Her
You think
name,
she is?
I bet her name is Betty Sue. I didn't know why her name's Brooklyn.
Betty Sue.
Her name's really Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. I think Kiki's going to join us. Is that like Kiki D?
Is that her real name?
Don't go
too?
breaking my heart.
Are these all stage names here? Because your name's not really JMV. I mean, let's be real with the people.
But it's John Michael. It's just Mark Patrick who gave me Vincent in honor of Jan Michael Vincent.
Fine actor.
The late, great actor.
He was awesome.
The world's greatest athlete. Was he?
Yeah, he
the
was.
The world's greatest athlete.
I saw that movie in the theaters.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you watch Airwolf when he was in that?
I didn't watch that. A bunch of my friends watched it and loved it.
I never watched that either.
I didn't watch it.
Did that play off of Blue Thunder with Roy Scheider, the film, and then everybody got excited about helicopters back then?
Yeah, just like there was always copycat TV shows. Remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That was
there,
really
there
good.
were a ton like Indiana
Yeah.
Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark back
And you
then,
find
too.
like, okay, now we see what you're doing.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I believe there was a dude that ended up on ER. What's the guy's name? Abraham Mamuji or whatever his name is. That's from Indy.
Oh, really?
His dad was a longtime DJ here.
No, that's awesome.
And he was both in ER and he started out, I want to say, on Parker Lewis Can't Lose, which, as you're mentioning, was kind of a spin and the idea of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And they made a TV show version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and it wasn't as good of a TV show as Parker Lewis was.
So Parker Lewis's name was, what was the actor's name? You remember? Was it Corey Nemec?
Corey Nemec, yeah,
There
that was
you
him.
go.
Good
Man.
pull, good pull.
I'll tell you what.
You might be 56, but that brain is like 32.
My brain is active. There's no doubt about that. Hey, James, give us a status update on Ralphie.
I have no update right now. Like I said, I reached out to his contact people. I have not seen him call in. Hopefully we can get it rescheduled, but we'll just have to see.
Oh, man. Hey, James, while we're at it, because I do want to give away some passes, even though we fumbled the bag today on Peter Billingsley, Ralphie, with a Christmas story.
You think he's ever gotten tired of people coming up to him and saying, "Hey, Ralphie, you shoot your eye
Bessie
out,
Marvin, man,
you shoot your eye out."
So we fumbled the bag on that. James, let's go at number 30. If you want to go to the private screen, I don't know how private it is. It's in the Mirah Egyptian room. But if you want to go to the screening of A Christmas Story on Thursday, and then a Q&A when actually they're going to have Peter Billingsley there live, and you can talk to him. Number 30, James, what do you think right now?
Let's do
you
it.
up for that? All right, James, I need some information. Make sure you get the email in there. I need the information, but you tell me who wins that. Number 30 is going to go to that on Thursday, Chris.
I'm going to go, and I'm going to call. I'm going to go to the show, and I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to say, "Hey, man, how many times you try to call that radio show the other day?" And he's going to say, "Once."
Who's your favorite character in A Christmas Story? Scott Farkas.
I like his little brother. His little brother was great. Really a good actor. to be that young.
I was a big fan of Darren McGavin.
Oh, he was great. Did you watch?
Yes.
Okay. You knew what I was going to say, didn't you? Night Stalker.
I love the Night Stalker.
Did you know that David Chase, who came to fame from The Sopranos, wrote on that show a bunch?
I did. David Chase is. I need to have David Chase on the show.
Maybe
we
great.
can mess that up too. Have David Chase.
Yeah, you might as well have been saying, "Yeah, we got Steven Spielberg coming up here today," and that's what.
Here comes Spielberg. Hey, I hate to bring this up, and again, 239-1070. If you guys want to chime in, yeah, obviously Colts, and you got Butler and UConn coming up later on tonight, and whatever you want to talk about. With Dan Wetzel joined us a little bit earlier regarding IU football. We can do all of that and then some. Phillip Rivers stuff, 239-1070. We would love to talk to you right now. But I mentioned this yesterday in the situation with Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, and not so much about what took place allegedly with his son, but what was your favorite Rob Reiner moment? Was it TV? Was it film? What was it for you?
I was the perfect age to be a fan of his because when I was a little kid, my dad, we would watch All in the Family. And I didn't understand how sophisticated the humor was. I just loved that Archie hated Meathead.
Yeah.
And Meathead sat in his chair. But then as you get older, like, I love Spinal Tap, Marty DeBurgi.
Yeah.
And the sequel finally just now recently came out, and I haven't watched it yet, so now I'll watch it.
It was on last night,
with a different eye, yeah. Princess Bride, one of my all-time favorite movies. You probably hated Princess Bride.
I've never seen it.
Are you kidding me?
I've never been motivated to watch it, yeah.
It's really, really good. And at the time, and still gorgeous now, Robin Wright was like the gold standard, hottest woman on the planet.
She's completely screwed over Forrest Gump.
She's a great actress, yeah. So it's one of the things when I see her, just like Cary Elwes, if that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
When I see either one of those, they've had long careers since then, I still think of Princess Bride.
Yeah.
So you'd like it. Andre the Giant's in it. But yeah, it's one of
I'm a
those
Stand
things,
By Me guy right here.
Yeah, everything that Rob Reiner did, and the Castle Rock, Stand By Me was Castle Rock.
Yeah.
That's the whole production company. If
Seinfeld.
it had that stamp on it, you knew it was something good.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, that's tough because he brought so much entertainment. You're right. I mean, generational entertainment. That's what makes it so iconic.
Well, it's a reminder, too, of, you never know when your day is. You don't wake up a certain day and go, well, today is probably my last day, unless you've got some type of dread illness or something. So it's, that's why we like to come on your show. That's like we like to talk sports because that's lighthearted. It's you live and die, quote unquote, with your team, but that's not the way it is in real life. So we come on here, we talk about sports, we have fun, but then you see things like that. There are people battling demons, and there are people that have trouble. There are people like Sarah who just come rolling in here.
Nice, Sarah.
So yeah, it's a tragic story, and unfortunately, it takes something like that makes you pause for a little bit because how many times you sitting around discussing his legacy?
Yeah.
Something like this has to happen before you fully appreciate and look back and go, wow, he did this and he did this. And, yeah, it's only after something like this do you fully appreciate what somebody brought, into the entertainment spectrum.
By the way, the actor I was thinking of, his name is Abraham Ben Ruby, and he was the one in Parker Lewis Can't Lose and then ended up in ER. And his dad
he was the big guy, right?
Yeah, his dad was, it was right here in Indy.
That's awesome.
Back in the day, morning show. So pretty cool right there. It's Chris Hagan, JMV here. All right, Rivers getting the seal of approval yesterday from Shane Steichen once again, which should surprise nobody. How do you handle that on Monday night with a team that obviously knows what you can do, and maybe more so than anything else, Chris, what you can't do?
Well, the good news is the Colts don't give up a lot of sacks, and Rivers is smart about it. He only got sacked once, but the Niners last in the entire NFL in sacks. They don't get a lot of sacks. Maybe they're licking their chops like, hey, we can do some stat stuffing here. But I think he's smart. He knows where pressure's coming from. He knows when to get rid of the ball. I don't think they're going to beat him up, but they're definitely going to have press coverage. They're going to stack the box, and they're going to say, all right, we don't think you can throw it. You're not going to get a 15-yard play or better, so you're going to have to, have Jonathan Taylor bust one deep because that's the only way you're going to get a big play out of this.
Well, and that's the problem too, is he hasn't busted one deep.
That's it. You need it.
And this offense was already going in the toilet prior to Phillip Rivers taking it over.
That's what I tell people. So many people are like, well, if not for Jones getting hurt. I'm like, no. Going to Seattle, even with Jones, was going to be a tough get. I think you saw kind of a lackluster Seahawks performance, feeling like, we're fine. You know, they got a 44-year-old quarterback. But then when the screws were twisted there at the end, you saw what happened. Unfortunately, this will always be the what if. There'll always be a what if with if Halliburton doesn't get hurt in that first quarter of Game 7. That'll always be. Then there'll always be a what if asterisk with this season. Now, granted, there's still football to be played. The Colts have 2 home games. They have 2 games against teams ahead of them in the division. All is not lost, but you're going to need a spectacular effort. I think you need some type of defensive score. You're going to need to win the turnover battle because I don't think you can go, get in a shootout with the Niners and expect the Colts to put up 30-some points like they did earlier in the season. And it's a situation where the last 2 games of the year, both division games, you have to go win those games. I mean, if you're going to make this miracle run, what are you listening to? Is that was that Hall and Oates?
That was like me. Right
that was
there.
Your Imagination by Hall and Oates.
That's a great song.
It was a good pull too, with 1 second of it. I think Rivers, they feel like, and they know better because they're in the building. It's unfortunate that you felt like a guy that hasn't played in almost 5 seasons, that was sitting on his couch down in Fairhope, Alabama, is the best chance you have to go win.
Well,
these
and
last
I mentioned this
games.
too when everybody says, "Well, the Colts should have prepared for this." They didn't like then when they selected Rivers as the quarterback with what was out there, and that was the same thing that was out there. If you could have tried to prepare for it whenever Daniel Jones was injury compromised right there. So I don't know what else you could have done. I think what it comes down to is they trust Phillip Rivers over anybody else that was actively available to take over that role for their football team.
The sad thing is, we talked about this on the show the other night. You got the 60-yard field goal, feel-good story. Everybody's high-fiving on the sidelines, but as true forever now in the NFL, if there's more than 15 seconds on that clock, the game ain't over. There's so many people that can trot out there and kick. And out of 16 games last week, a full slate, all 32 teams were in action. 4 teams were held without a touchdown. 4 teams, including the Seahawks. 3 of the 4 teams that didn't score a touchdown got blown out. The Seahawks were the only team in the league. And probably if you do all the research, which I'm too lazy to do throughout the season, you'll be hard-pressed to find a good winning percentage for teams that go a whole game without scoring a touchdown. So that's the strange, anomaly. The Colts don't give up a TD and still lose.
239-1070 is that number. That's Chris Hagan of Fox 59. We're at Twin Peaks in Greenwood. Thank you all for joining us, and let's do some calls. At 239-1070, Derek is going to lead in the 5 o'clock hour. Hello, D. How are you, brother?
Hey, John, calling from Harrison County.
Shout out to Derek in Harrison County. That is down in southern Indiana. In case you did not know, is the county seat Corydon, Derek?
Yes, first state capital.
Well done. D, what do you got for us?
Well, last time we talked, things were going really well for the Colts and the Hoosier basketball team, and since I made that phone call, it's all fell apart. So we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Got a little crossover between Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation.
Please do.
It's a little theory that we have, but it's probably more pretend and make-believe. But so, Grover Dill and Scott Farkas, the backyard, back alley bullies of the schoolyard, and A Christmas Story. So our theory is they moved out of state, out of Indiana, to the wilderness and mountain regions outside of Chicago. And they are the 2 guys in the truck at the beginning of the movie that Clark Griswold got into the road rage incident with.
That's deep right there.
That is deep, right? I did not know. Huh.
They look just like them. Grown up, the time period the same from when A Christmas Story was set to the 80s with Christmas Vacation. So whenever we watch those 2, that's our theory.
That is well done right there. I'd never even thought about that. Hagen, have you?
I'm eating my cheese
Sorry
bite,
about
John.
that. I mean,
you saw me going in mid-bite.
Hagen, what about you? Hey, Derek, anything else? That's a hell of a theory you got there.
Hey, check it out. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But no, let's go Hoosiers, go Colts. Let's get things going in the right direction.
You got it, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's something I'd never thought about until Derek just brought that up. Hey, JMV, this is Dan. I just want to say I do feel like Rivers can get it done. He was clearly in command of the offense on Sunday. He needed to get the ball into places that he did. Now, Warren, Pierce, and the route by Downs, I think, was clearly in Downs, not Rivers. I thought maybe Downs could have got there and was looking for the ball. And it was mentioned during the broadcast, too, and this was talked about last week, that Rivers said, hey, you got to get your head turned around quickly on this situation. And Downs, it looked like he was a little prolonged on that pass attempt that could have been and getting his head turned around and couldn't identify where the football was.
That was a good shot on the sideline, like right away when Reggie Wayne saying, hey, when you turn your head back, look up. He was trying to explain to him, don't turn over your shoulder, turn to the sky and find that ball.
Yeah.
Of course, when you're a guy like Reggie Wayne, that must just seem like comes naturally to him, and sometimes that's why he's there to coach guys up on little tidbits, moments in the game, which could be game-changing.
Yeah. JMV, first play, Rivers needs to drop back 5 yards and throw the ball as deep as he can and get the D to take a half step back. That's the one thing that I wondered, Chris, about on Sunday is why you don't throw a jump ball in Pierce's direction just for the hell of it to try to loosen things up, especially in the second half.
Well, we know what, Pierce best in the league at the deep ball, and he only had one catch in the whole game. So you're kind of taking one of your weapons out when you're saying the QB can't do it. So that's one thing you don't have to think about. So I like that idea, but if he does drip back and throws it as far as he can and it's 22 yards, what does that say to the defense? That makes him, rev it up even more about the pressure and press coverage.
I just think they're incapable of doing it.
Yeah,
now,
that's what I'm saying.
Would you put in a wrinkle with maybe a Leonard type of thing and, some type of mobile out of the pocket situation? Would you put in a wrinkle like that at all?
You remember when Luck came back from his injury and when they had Hail Mary situations, they'd put in Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's happened before. Those guys on the sideline are ready, like Leonard always says, and a million other QBs before, backup QBs, you're one play away. I'm just really interested in the Anthony Richardson saga. I mean, you talked about movies earlier. You could make a 30 for 30 or a movie about his career since the day he was drafted up until right now.
Yes, you could.
With all the bizarre twists and turns that his career has had. And, I mean, he's such a young guy. You wonder if there is a world in which 3 years from now he's a starting quarterback somewhere in the NFL. Probably not here, but somewhere. And then they remind you of what a hole he's been through to get to where he is. And so the latest setback, just unbelievable, just the freak accidents. And so that would be good to see what he has mentally and physically, and you would hope that there's a lot of football left for him, if not here, then somewhere else.
Chris Hagan at Fox 59, JMV at Twin Peaks. Let us take a break, and we'll come back. I know Kiki's going to join us from behind the bar in just a second, too, and tell you all that you are missing if you're not here at Twin Peaks. Madison County Line in Greenwood. Quick break, we'll come back, and your calls at 239-1070. About anything you would like to talk about, Chris and I will handle that for you on this Tuesday with 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's glitz and glamour at Four Winds South Bend's Ribbontown Event Center. A New Year's Eve party to remember. Enjoy live entertainment featuring Naughty, party favors, appetizers, and a cash bar. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
If you or someone you know needs help putting food on the table, that help is closer than you think. The Fan cares. We've partnered with local food banks and organizations to provide resources for those who need them. Just go to 1075thefan.com and look for the banner that says Find Free Food near you. You'll find a link to Community Compass with an up-to-date and interactive map that shows locations, days, and times for you to collect food at no cost, as well as other resources to help you through this challenging time. Find community help now at 1075thefan.com.
This is Kevin and Kim at Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. This holiday season, your home comfort is our business. We are here to keep your family warm and comfortable, just like we have for 40 years.
We appreciate your business throughout the year, and we are always here if you need us. From our entire Reinhardt Heating and Cooling family, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Keeping you warm in Danville, Avon, Heritage Lake, and all of Hendricks County, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Hey, John for Bullseye, eventgroup.com, and the Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. This is like twofold right here. First of all, I did want to tell you this. The Kyle Kinnett called me yesterday and said, hey, we have tickets to the Rose Bowl with IU football. So if you want to log on, you don't have tickets to the Rose Bowl, you'd like to get out to Pasadena, you can do that with Bullseye. But I'm going to talk about what's coming up on Monday. All you can eat, all you can drink, DJ Skids, Laura Steele. It is going to be a great time before that Monday nighter against San Francisco. Would you like to be there? How about this, James? Number 30 at 239-1070 on the text line. Number 30 is going to get you Bullseye passes. Again, all you can eat, all you can drink in preparation for the Monday nighter. And if you don't win, make sure you log on because they have a variety of ways you can get yourself in the building with bullseyeeventgroup.com. Again, number 30 at 317-239-1070 on the text line gets you 2 passes in on Monday. If you don't win, make sure you log on, and you're a part of that coming up on Monday with bullseyeeventgroup.com.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Guys, you can screw up your fantasy roster, you can whiff on a parlay, but you don't mess up the ring. Go to Moyer Fine Jewelers in Carmel. They only sell natural, hand-selected, top-quality diamonds at competitive prices. And to make it even easier, mention JMV and get $500 off your engagement ring now through Christmas Eve. That's Moyer Fine Jewelers just north of 146th Street in Carmel or online, MoyerFineJewelers.com. Exclusions apply.
Jake Query here. Each weekday noon to 3, guests appear live on the Java House Peel and Pour guest line. Use code JAKE25 at javahouse.com to save 25% on your first order.
It's BullseyeEventGroup.com. The Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Your Colts game day experience the best it can be. Log on and get your passes now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
If it's happening with the Indianapolis Colts.
Touchdown for the Colts, and it's Josh Downs.
Then it's happening on the Fan.
It's It's good from 60. Blake Groupie picked off by the Seahawks. Final score, it's Seattle 18 and the Indianapolis Colts 16.
Sports Radio 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
The official home of the Indy Sports Fan.
The Ride with JMV.
I don't understand a word you just said.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hey, this is Twin Peaks, and we're in Greenwood today. This is one of our favorite locations. Hey, by the way, Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Coach's Tavern downtown, Large City Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots. Week 16 with me and Brent with Tommy S. downtown at Coach's Tavern. Chris Hagan of Fox 59 joins us on Friday. We're going to be on Pendleton Pike at Whiskey Business. Chris Hagan.
coming up on Friday for you right there.
I'll be in deep southern Mississippi on
Yes,
Friday.
you will on Friday. But no,
I'll be thinking about you.
We got Monday night tickets coming up on Friday at Whiskey Business 2 on Pendleton Pike on a Bud Light Blue Friday. That's Chris Hagan of Fox 39. I'm JMV. And again, we apologize for the technical stuff that happened a little bit earlier. I don't know where floating around in the world right now Peter Billingsley is, Ralphie of A Christmas Story, but we'll try like hell the game. I mean, really, this is like third time we've tried, because he's going to be in town at the Mirage Egyptian Room coming up on Thursday for a private, keep saying private screening. I don't think it's private, but a screening of the film A Christmas Story, and then a Q&A with the actor that played Ralphie back in 1983. After that screening coming up on Thursday at the Egyptian Room at the Mirage. That's Chris Hagan. I'm JMV. Look at Kiki is here. Are you shooting yourself on video right here too? That's well done.
Oh, yeah. I like to vlog a little bit, you know.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, are you blogging right now?
Yeah, I'm blogging.
Can I get in there with your blog?
Of course.
Oh,
Say
look
hi.
at that. How you doing?
John, it's vlog. With a
vlog.
V,
Did you
not
say
a V.
vlog?
Yeah, like video blog.
Oh, hell.
You are 56.
Dorky I am right here. So you're behind the bar here at Twin Peaks, right?
Yeah, I miss Twin Peaks. Did you know that?
Well, tell us more about Miss Twin Peaks, Kiki.
Wasn't there was a big picture of you over here a minute ago.
On the TV.
See, I pay attention to everything, John. Unlike
You do?
Yeah, Miss Twin Peaks International.
International?
Wow.
Yeah.
And where are you from again originally?
Terre Haute.
See,
Yeah.
that's what Terre Haute does right there. Hey.
It brings like the small stars out.
No,
yeah,
that's
like Larry
it.
Bird, all them.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah.
What's it entail to be Miss Twin Peaks International?
Well, I got that title by competing in a pageant, and I was competing against I was competing against one girl per location.
Wow, that's
so
a lot.
I competed against 109 girls.
Now, do you have to you get behind the bar as part of the competition? You got to mix drinks. Do they see how you interact with customers, or is it different from your daily work routine?
Yeah, it's different from the daily. Like they flew us out to Miami, and we spent 3 days out there doing the competition.
Now, with the other girls, did everybody get along? Was there anybody you didn't care for?
No, it was all like great vibes. I made so many friends.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like we all kind of were like the same in a way. Like Twin Peaks girls are the same internationally. So
did anybody ask about me or John?
Yeah, a few of them
they
did,
really?
actually. Yeah.
I'm trying to get you
they
on
were like,
camera
why didn't
right
y'all
here.
come to
See, that's
Miami?
why she's so good. You can tell she's smooth. She went right with that quick.
We're vlogging too right now, inside the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. If you would like to get a load of Kiki from Terre Haute, Indiana, behind the bar at Twin Peaks in Greenwood, Miss Twin Peaks International. Here she is right here.
Hello, the one
Get a
and
load
only.
of that. So, yeah, it's going out everywhere. So how long do you keep this honor, Miss Twin Peaks, for a year?
Yep.
Do
Until
you have to go and do things and wave at people and stuff?
No. I wish, but nope.
Yeah.
They just gave me some money and said, see you
Cool.
next
All right, then.
See you next
Even
year.
better. I'd rather
So,
have a little money and say see you next year.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So
Can you win it more than once?
I don't think I can win it back to back,
Okay.
but I think possibly like in the future I could.
All right, good.
But yeah.
well, you can check her out right here too if you're watching
Yeah.
online. AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube.
I'm here Tuesdays through Friday, 11 till 5, if you want to come say hi.
Can I tell everybody to ask for Kiki?
Yeah, ask for Kiki or just come straight to the bar.
Now, where'd you get Kiki the name? How did this
Kiki,
happen?
well, my real name's Kiera, but my name's spelled a little differently and everybody mispronounces it, so that's why I go by Kiki.
Hey, Chris, if you have Kiki and Kiera as roommates, that's a hell of a joint right there.
yeah.
Isn't it? You know
And if
that's
Kike
true.
Hernandez from the Dodgers gets some of those too, that would be a weird show.
That's a hell of a place right there. That's like, hey, come, we're going to go to Chris and John's a little bit later on.
Well,
That's
yeah,
not
because
like that.
John and Chris are two very common names. So I'm sure when people meet you, once they hear your name once, they come. The customers come back in and they're like right away, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's hard to forget Kiki.
Is it? Do you have? Obviously, when we want new customers to come in and say hi, but do you have a bunch of regulars and they walk in and you're like, okay, he's going to get this and you're going to get this?
Yep. That was probably like my whole day today. I knew everybody's drinks, so yeah.
That's
I love
that's
that,
a
though.
huge part of. Obviously, it's always great to come here, but when you get that personal customer service and you have somebody that's been here, not only famous here but famous
Yeah.
nationwide, you feel like, man, this is special stuff right here.
Right, yeah. Makes it feel good.
All right, one more time. When can people come in and ask for a drink from you, and you'll make it for them?
Yeah, for sure.
When is that? What days?
Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5 p.m.
Good for you, Kiki. It's great
Yeah,
to meet you
you
from
too.
Terre Haute, Indiana. Kiki is
Yes.
from Terre Haute North.
Yeah, a Patriot.
And Indiana State, too.
Uh-huh,
We're
ISU.
both Sycamores right
yeah,
here.
I love that.
We're both, see? I'm telling you, we're
Yeah.
both Sycamores.
Look at that.
There's a little bit older Sycamore right here than
Hey, that's
Kiki might
okay.
be. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, Kiki, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That is
Thanks for
Kiki
having me.
at Twin Peaks right here
You
behind
can see
the
why
bar.
she would win because
Yes.
a lot of folks are friendly, but it's hard to get them on the headset. They get nervous. But she just sat down and could have
Yeah.
hosted the show without
I know.
us. So that's a
There are
good. That's a
variety.
special talent. Great
I think
to
there
meet
are-
you.
I think there are a variety of reasons why you could tell that she would win. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
She's
an
a five.
impressive.
She's a 5-tool player.
She's an impressive Vigo Countyan right there from Terre Haute,
I
Indiana.
know one thing too. If you order the cheese bites, they're not going to short you on the cheese bites.
Man,
I've been eating these for 45 minutes.
You are all about that right there. No doubt about that. All right, Chris Hagan of Fox 59 JMV here. And again, thank you for joining us. Dan Wetzel a little bit earlier. What'd you think about, I'll double back and talk about the whole Heisman presentation. First of all, that going to Fernando Mendoza, but I thought the speech was about as perfect as you could ask anybody to give a speech.
That's a great tease because I asked him about a very particular question about the speech yesterday, and I'll tell you what he said after the break.
We'll do that coming up after the break. You get IU waiting on Alabama. Now, I was talking to Dan Wetzel a little bit earlier, so if Bama loses, then DeBoer maybe to Michigan. Does that make sense to you as a Southeastern Conference football fan?
I don't know what kind of world we live in where a coach voluntarily leaves Alabama for another job. Maybe the pressure's too much for him.
You think so?
He can't handle it.
You don't think he can handle Alabama?
We never want to be the first coach to follow a legend. That happened in Alabama. So he's following Saban. Everything he does short of winning the national championship is not good enough, and I'm sure he's had enough of hearing that. So you go to Michigan, a disgraced situation right now, you're like, well, he's better than the guy we had, whereas Alabama, like, he ain't Nick Saban.
So you'd be okay if he just bailed. Is Kirby Smart the best coach in the SEC?
I know what you're doing, John.
I'm just wondering.
You keep asking me questions.
I'm curious.
Every time I take a bite of a cheese bite.
I can't help it. I'm
Kirby
curious.
Smart, I mean, Google Signetti and see how good a coach he is. I think as far as, the first coach ever to win back-to-back national coaches of the year, usually they give it to a team like, oh, they were crappy, now they're good, and you win that. Well, he's good twice in a row, and he still gets that. That tells you the respect people have for him nationwide. But I heard you talking to Wetzel about the age of Signetti's 45 or even 56. You start thinking he might be looking to bounce and go to the next rung on the ladder. No offense to what IU's program, but they get him at just the right time. They give him the big contract. You could see him coaching. I think Fish told us that he's going to coach till he's like 73 or something like that. So this is going to be where he is. And IU could go 2-10 next year, and nobody's ever going to have a bad word to say about Curt Cignetti. For the rest of time, he'll have no more pressure. It won't be a situation we saw when Dan Mullen went from Mississippi State, where you have no pressure, to Florida, and he gets bounced out of there within 3 years.
I don't think age matters nearly as much as it once mattered. I just don't. I think because we're so in a world of that instant gratification where you win right now, and then you're going to worry about 5 years down the road, 5 years down the road.
I'm not saying his age means he can't do the job. I'm saying his age lends to the fact that he might not want to go somewhere else. You see what I'm saying?
No.
He doesn't. I don't want to go and move. And the older I get, the less I want to leave the couch, much less upheave my lifestyle and the house and let's go move and let's establish our culture at another school. Like I don't think he will leave, and I don't think he'll want to leave. So it's a perfect situation for IU. And
No. I don't think he's going to leave either. But I do like the fact that Scott Dolson was proactive about making sure you give him that extension. So, the Penn State draw was one thing, and then you get Michigan and you get Florida, and you keep this thing
Well, it's
rolling.
like Dillingham out at Arizona State. No way in hell that those Sun Devil people think, oh, he's going to be here forever. They know it's not if, it's when he's going to
the
bounce.
quarterback's going to leave, right? Levin's leaving too. So
before Wetzel even said that, I've been thinking that he'll end up at IU. That would be and then you keep the train running for the Hoosiers next year at quarterback.
Oh, you think Levitt ends up at IU?
Yeah. That would. He's got to be on the short list. And
who's you get the Florida one? You got Raiola from Nebraska, who was a highly touted dude, and then you have Levitt. Who would you rather have?
I would say Levitt. Just the kind of if you think about the business model they have in place, he would be the kind of quarterback that does things similar to Mendoza and Rourke.
And it has risen, right? I mean, Rourke was good, man. Rourke played through incredible pain and injury to get them where they were, and then you raise the bar on Mendoza. And
that's what Fisher was telling me yesterday. Like, how are we going to replace Rourke? He was so good. Okay. Well, how about this guy we've never heard of, and now look at him hoisting the Heisman Trophy.
It is incredible. I think about this too. Being able to keep your assistant coaches around is such a big damn deal this era of college football too.
Look at how many teams every year they'll say, well, they lost their offensive and defensive coordinator. They'll keep the head coach, but then you start losing that support staff. And in any business, no matter how good the so-called face of the organization is, you start pulling out those Jenga pieces that are key contributors to keeping that thing up, and it'll fall over.
Do you think that's the same in college basketball as well, keeping your assistants? Because you look at Purdue and Matt Painter, I mean, he's had consistency among his
I don't think it's as big
too.
as in college football. You look how big that roster is, and you have to do a lot of delegating. In basketball, you can keep an eye on basically every aspect, and you're worried about, 13 guys? You're not worried about 90 guys. So key to have good assistants in any sport, but I think much more critical in football than basketball.
239-1070 is that number. I'll tell you what, Chris and I will come back for a final time. We'll talk about Monday night's matchup with the Colts. A little college basketball conversation coming at you as well. Pacers don't play again until, Thursday night? I know you have
against the Knicks.
Yeah, the Emirates Cup final is coming up later on tonight. The Knicks are involved in that. Man, you look at the Knicks series and the Knicks and the Pacers last year compared to the last time out with the Pacers on Sunday, which was absolutely awful against the Wizards and where the Pacers are right now. It's too bad you couldn't maintain that, and you're compromised
I called
because of injuries.
The low point of the season, losing at home to a team that's got 4 wins now. A 3-win, terrible team, and they come in here and beat you. Beat you solidly.
Solidly.
Yeah.
I thought among the games and the consistency of this team playing hard, that was one where it was an incredible half-ass effect. And that's what's going to turn people off. I think people can get with you're injured and it's a problem, but that type of effort or lack thereof, that's what's going to get you.
Good news, John. That was my last bite. You can only ask me a question.
Well
no
done
more times
out of
after
you right there. Quick break. We'll come back, you guys, for a final time at 239-1070. Thank you all for getting through our technical difficulties of last hour as well, especially if you got to hear us talk off the air. Did you happen to know, did somebody tell you what you were saying off the air while on the air?
No, just that they could hear me. And I think if I said something bad, they would have let me know.
Yeah,
my bosses would have called and told me, They would have already be on X. It would be on Instagram.
We'd be all good.
Disgraced sports anchor in Indianapolis loses job after F-bomb on air.
All right, back in studio tomorrow, but on the road Thursday and Friday. I'll explain that coming up, too. And the rest of the week should be absolutely fantastic, too. So don't go anywhere. More stuff to give away, including bullseye passes. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stream the app, HD Radio, AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. Thanks to our friends at Twin Peaks and Greenwood for having us, Twin Peaks and Greenwood for having us on a Tuesday. And thank you all for the kind words on this particular Tuesday as well. We'll come back with Hagan, close out the show coming up next. 93.5, 107.5 The Fan.
Get ready for heel-tapping fun as you discover the new $2 Wizard of Oz scratch-off from the Hoosier Lottery. With 4 unique scenes and prizes up to $10,000, the Emerald City awaits. From the Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Play responsibly.
This Christmas, get a bonus AI Essentials course when you enroll in any My Computer Career IT program by the end of the year. That's a $3,900 value. Attend classes online or on campus. Enjoy lifetime job placement support and IT certifications in high demand. Go to mycomputercareer.edu today and take the free career evaluation. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Conditions apply to AI offer and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill.
Hey, Love Heating and Air, 317-353-2141. So we've been down for like the better part of 10-plus days, and now you're going back up a little bit. What I'm talking about is you don't want your comfortable situation compromised at all in your home. You don't want that at all. So make sure that your system is working efficiently, and contact John and Chris Love at Love Heating and Air, 317-353-2141. Get that system checked up. And if it happens you need a repair, mention my name. Say, JMV sent me. Get $95 off that service fee for that repair with Love Heating and Air. 317-353-2141 online, love-hvac.com today.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark has gifts for everybody on your list this holiday season. One of the big sellers, the new DC UK Company ducks. These charming hand-carved bamboo root ducks with cute outfits and sweet names have been flying off the shelves. And while you're finding the perfect gift, check out the newest treasures from the Jim Shore collection. The snowman with the cardinal, absolutely heart-melting. And the Jim Shore Grinch sewing his Santa suit, with Max supervising, of course, is an instant favorite. Speaking of the Grinch, Cynthia's in Greenfield and on Allisonville Road carry the entire Grinch Light Up Village by Department 56. And yes, they also have the full Christmas Vacation Light Up Village for all you Clark Griswold fans. The beauty of willow tree figurines and ornaments are so personal and make such a memorable gift. Planning holiday parties? Don't forget my favorite, the easy-to-make award-winning Wind and Willow dips and cheese ball mixes. Your guests are going to love them. Shop family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark this holiday season. 116th in Allisonville Road, 96th in Lantern Road, 116th in Brook School Road, and in Greenfield.
Heat and cool places where ductwork won't fit using Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits. You can even wrap them to match your decor.
Find out more at absolutecomfort.org.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Satch Vai Band, featuring Joe Satriani and Steve Vai. Two living legends, one band. Surfing with the Hydra 2026 Tour. Saturday, May 9th, Everwise Amphitheater at White River State Park with special guest, Animals as leaders. Reserved seats are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Satch Vai Band, an electrifying sonic powerhouse, part of the Jack Daniels Concert Series.
It's BullseyeEventGroup.com, the Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Your Colts game day experience, the best it can be. Log on and get your passes now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
The Ride with JMV.
Dude, most metal
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Hey, welcome back to Twin Peaks in Greenwood. Thank you all for dealing with us today. Dan Wetzel a little bit earlier, Greg Rakestraw a little bit earlier, disappointed regarding Ralphie. Hopefully we can do that again before Thursday when they have the screening at the Mirage Egyptian Room, and then the Q&A with Peter Billingsley, the actor that played Ralphie. This time of year, thank you very much, is incredibly special. Chris Hagan, JMV, Twin Peaks, final segment on this particular Thursday. So you're on the road later on this week, correct?
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday. I'll be back for the Monday night football game. Very excited to see what the crowd, how the crowd, I know the crowd will be good, but their reaction to the good, bad, and the ugly, which might take place.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, I got to go back to my tease I did like an hour ago.
I think you should.
When they said break and you talked for another 10 minutes. We talked about Mendoza's speech.
We did.
Widely regarded as one of the best in recent memory.
Yeah.
And as we expected, and I asked him this yesterday, I said, hey, as a quarterback, you have to prepare, you have to have a game plan, you have to go execute it. But then after that, you go back and you watch film and you critique yourself. And have you done that to your speech? And he, of course, he had. And he said that when it went, he rehearsed it several times in the mirror, and he thought it went better than when he did it for real. He got a little nervous. But that's what, good athletes, they always feel like they didn't, it wasn't as good.
Right.
I could have done better. But he said he admitted he had gotten some good feedback from it. And I said, well, yeah, you should have, because everybody loved it. And he did a nice job. He thanked everybody, but not in just a generic way. Like, hey, thanks, John. Thanks, Blake. Thanks, Sarah. He had reasons, and he spoke some Spanish. And the only thing I wish, in an alternate universe, I wish we could have seen the disaster that would have been Pavia's acceptance speech. Could you imagine what that was going to be like?
Yeah.
It would have been a lot of me, and I did this, and I did that. Whereas Mendoza was very gracious and crediting so many people. He believed in himself, but he talked about all the people that helped him believe in himself, all the people that helped him on his journey from a two-star guy that was going to go to Yale to the Heisman Trophy. But, Pavia not only was very cocky before, he was even more cocky after the fact and trying to let people know. And,
Well, he went out and got drunk at a club and then put out a video.
He did some vlogging. I've never met the guy. I'm sure he's, his friends love him, and obviously his family does. But he just seems like a first-rate jackass, and I don't know that any.
Would you want him quarterbacking?
Oh, that's what I was
NFL
going to say. When the combine's here and he shows up, you can just imagine the meetings he's going to have with these teams, and he's going to be asked about, hey, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Why'd you say this? And just to see what kind of damage control. Because when he put out his apology, I told the people in the sports office, I go, he didn't write one word of that. He did not write one word of that apology. So, is he good? Yeah, he's good. I think he's a more exciting player than Mendoza. I think I watch Mendoza and I'm impressed, but there are very few moments like when I watch Pavia when I'm like, holy cow, oh my God, he has moments like Johnny Manziel did, but unfortunately he has some other attributes that Johnny Manziel had as well.
Now, this is a little bit off the beaten path here, but have you seen the latest 30 for 30 with Stu Scott? And
I have not. I've seen portions of it.
I'll bring this up because you're in TV. What did you think about that particular era of ESPN and Stu Scott? And I mean, not just him, but then all of his particular contemporaries, because I watched it last week and I thought it was really good, but I found myself really enjoying it because it showed aspects of ESPN that is no longer existing.
Right.
That I really liked back then. And ideas that I really like, but they're so far beyond that. I would much rather have that era of ESPN than the constant yelling and screaming and being pissy and always just trying to have an issue or an extra grind as we see on ESPN now.
It's funny because you don't realize how much things have changed until you see something like that. And you're like, like when we go look at old tape in the sports office, you're like, oh, wow. You don't notice subtle change. Even say in football uniforms, you'll see just how you'll see Eric Dickerson. You'll be like, look at his shoulder pads. Look at his helmet. Same thing with TV. And, yeah, they got to the point where they decided we have to make, rather than turning in to watch your Pacer highlights because you've already seen those on your iPhone, now we have to have a reason for you to still watch SportsCenter instead of seeing highlights you've already watched every angle of. So we have to make appointment viewing, and unfortunately that's turned into let's have some, yip-yaps going at it and arguing, probably saying things they don't even believe, but they're just doing that.
Keanu Tom was always my favorite.
Oh, yeah. So, but when we were younger, also because we were interested in this business, it was fun I was like, I'm a sportscaster in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I'm watching and I'm seeing things that you could do. I'm like, oh, you can say this, you can act like this. You can, the first sports anchor I really thought was really great was, and now he's Chris Berman. I would tune in to hear him say those baseball names, Bert B. Home Bly-Levin and, O to be Young again McDowell. I would watch all those, and I still remember those names because and I also liked the guy. You remember a sportscaster named Van Earl Wright?
Oh, hell yeah.
He was so good.
College pig.
And so sometimes I'll say things, and I'll know I'm totally ripping off Van Earl Wright's stuff.
Well, he was in a sitcom on NBC. It was a short-lived sitcom, remember? What was it called with Breckin Meyer, who was the sportscaster? And Van Earl Wright's voice was in his head.
Oh,
it was dumb as hell.
I didn't know that.
And it was short-lived.
I think that might be my life story, his voice.
But, yeah, Van Earl Wright. Somebody come up with that, 317-239-1070. Van Earl Wright was in his head as the broadcaster, and Breckin Meyer was the actual broadcaster. You remember Breckin Meyer?
Oh, yeah, he's an actor. He would. Somebody told me I looked like him one time. I didn't know if it was an insult or a compliment. But there'd be a home run. And
I think because you guys are both like this big.
Hey, zip it.
Yeah.
Van Earl Wright say, he hits one deep over the wall in left field. He was like doing paying homage to like 1920s, 1930s.
Well, you had
sports.
more. You had him, and then you
Kenny
had
Mayne,
Nick Charles,
Kenny
and you
Mayne
had
was
Fred
so good.
Hickman.
Oh, Nick Charles was great. Vince Cellini, you remember him?
Yes, Vince Cellini.
Those were great. I talked to him one time he had this thing that you will appreciate this being in your broadcast business. He had a thing, he did his nightly sports thing. They were trying to compete with SportsCenter. And he had a thing called Finish Up Strong. And people would call in and he'd say, hit me with that 10 seconds. Like, hey, the Colts are going to win the 2 of these last 3s or Rivers and make the playoffs. He'd be like, all right, now, John and Indy. And people would be like, Finish Up Strong. And people, hey, Vince, how you doing tonight? I'm good. Hey, I've always nobody got the idea of Finish Up Strong. So I saw him one time it was like a buffet at the NBA Finals in the year. I go, hey, Vince, I love that show you did, and I always felt bad for you on the Finish Up Strong. He puts his food down and it still bothered him that nobody understood the Finish Up Strong. And I know you have situations like that when you're like, hey, 30 seconds here, Ricky, and then people just want to launch into they've been waiting to talk to you, understandably, so they've got a 2-minute bit they have prepared for it, and you've got 30 seconds.
Hey, thanks for coming out today, man.
I wouldn't have.
5'6".
A 45-minute drive for your birthday was well worth it.
Man, I tell you what, I feel as good right now, and I mentioned this earlier, than I did at 46 and 36.
Well, here's the thing.
There's something about that.
You want to look good, but you also want to feel good. And you've got both checked off. And, I think you're still at your prime.
My prime is in 5'6" right now.
I don't think the fan is going to draft a first-round guy that's going to be, hanging in the wings, waiting to take your gig. So I think you're good.
And cussing during the breaks when you're on the air and you're not.
Wouldn't
vice versa.
Wouldn't that have been classic? Like he gets fired, and it happened on his 56th birthday.
His 56th birthday because he went off during the break and he was on the air and he wasn't.
Well, luckily, and I like to feel the same about myself, is my on-air persona is pretty much my off-air persona.
That's the same thing.
You're not gonna see a drastic difference.
It's funny. Somebody had mentioned a little bit earlier how I was a Debbie Downer regarding the Colts and Phillip Rivers. But I think what you have to be is you have to be reasonable about the situation. But I always remind people that the best numbers you get around here is when the team's good, and they're successful, and people can be proud of that team and the success the team is having.
Same thing with our pregame shows and our Sunday night shows. On a win, much better numbers. On a loss, why do you want to watch that? Why do you want to listen to people talk about it again?
No doubt about that. I'm bummed about Billingsley, though. I thought you and I both could do that. It would be great.
Well, I can tell because that's all you've talked about the entire show.
Yeah, I know. Well, I want to talk about his co-star that went into porn, too. I never got to that.
You can't be. Did you see the sequel to that? A Christmas Story Christmas?
Of course not.
You should watch it because they bring back some of those old actors. Same
Oh,
kids.
do they?
Same kids, including the porn guy.
Yeah, I wasn't down with that. Not a sequel guy.
It's not a very good movie, but it's good to see how some of these people turned out, and that you can go see that Christmas Story house over outside of Cleveland.
Yep, it is. And exactly. And by the way, too, the Mirage coming up on Thursday. If you didn't win the passes today, they're going to have that showing, and then the Q&A with Peter Billingsley coming up on Thursday at the Mirage. I think that's a hell of an idea.
That is a great idea. I think you should go.
James, it sounds like we're going. Chris, thank you very much.
You got it, brother. Happy
Chris
birthday.
Hagan of Fox 59, thank you. Dev, thanks for hanging in there. Kev, Chris, thank you guys. Hey, thank you all for the birthday wishes. It has been spectacular on this Tuesday. 56 at Twin Peaks in Greenwood with 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hellsberg Gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom,